Giants' turn to try and answer, and here's Saquon Barkley, and he is off to the races. The 30, the 20, Saquon for 6. Deep to right field. Oh, baby. Put it on the scoreboard. The kid has done it again. Jordan, open. Chicago with the lead.
Ladies and gentlemen, a pleasant good evening to everybody. Welcome to Basketball with Lewis and D. It is your boy Lewis coming back at you once again with another heavy hitter live stream. Make sure to smash that like button. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Make sure your notifications are turned on. Make sure you guys are sharing this on your social media and Reddit. Truly appreciate it. How is everybody doing on this evening? This is the second game tonight. Shout out to G Money. Shout out to Brandon. Shout out to Juanetta, who has said 3 more minutes that she's going to be in between mine and tickets. And then she also says Celtics, either they're winning or they've won already the basketball game. She told me that they were up by 105, 100. So we'll be doing this game, me and D. Hopefully, if he's available, we'll be able to do this game together. If not, I'm just going to call it like I always see it, man. Dallas Mavericks versus the Los Angeles Clippers. Montrezl Harrell is playing, so that's awesome news for them. And, the Clippers have needed him since, he has suffered from the death of his grandmother, obviously. Kristaps Porzingis was probable with a heel problem. Let me just check the injury report once again. Yeah, nobody's on the Clippers, so they're all good. For the Lakers, LeBron is probable with a groin, and so is Anthony Davis with a knee. And then I know AD had a knee problem. All right, and Kristaps has a heel, so it says he's probable. So most likely he's going to play. That's what that has. Let me just look at the scoreboard at the top. Yeah, right now there's 16.1 seconds, and Boston is winning 105-101 currently right now. Just waiting for my main man D to come in here. Shout out to Ryan. Shout out to Ron. Shout out to G Money once again. Bev and Shamit are playing. Montrezl is on a minutes restriction. Yeah, that's all. It's all good. I know Bev has the calf injury. Landry Shamit was coming off an injury. He just didn't look right. But hopefully he'll be in tune. The game will be starting shortly. We're just waiting for the finish for the Sixers and Celtics. And then we should be good to go with this game. I mean, if you're Dallas, man, what are the keys for this game, tonight, as you guys see it? And then obviously for shout out to Braden Wallace, man. Appreciate you. The game hasn't started yet, Braden. Right now, they're still doing the Sixers and the Celtics. The Celtics have a 105-101 lead, so we're just waiting for that game to finish. Well, actually, now they're up 107-101. So we're just waiting for that to finish, and then we're getting ready for the Clippers and the Mavericks coming up next. So, yeah, I'm just going to put the scores real quick just to see. Yeah, Boston is still up. Shout out to my Yankees, man. We're up 3-1 on Boston. That'd be nice if we get a 4-game sweep. So, yeah, 107-101 with 16 seconds remaining. The Nuggets played earlier. They won 135-125 in overtime on that 57-point game by Donovan Mitchell, 9 rebounds, 7 assists. Jamal Murray with 36 points, 5 rebounds, 9 assists, almost had a double-double in his own right. So that was a nice little shootout between those two players. And then the Raptors game that I did earlier today, Raptors win by 24, up by as many as 33. Nets had cut it to 8, but the Raptors were able to extend the lead and were never really relinquish the lead, and they won 134-110, so 24-point game. And Fred VanVleet was a story. He had 30 points and 11 assists, and then Cabarrot played well off the bench. He had 26 points. And like I said, the Mavs and the Clippers, they are up next. They are up next. What are your keys for the Los Angeles Clippers? So Ron says the Mavericks are going to have to – shout out to Valix. He said he still got the Clippers. All right, they're just showing the stats. Kawhi finished shooting 37% from three, almost 38%, 47% from the field, 7 rebounds, 5 assists with 27 points per game. I think the 27 is a career high for Kawhi Leonard. So it tells you the shots by type. Wow. So some nice numbers. I'm picking the Clippers in this game. Paul George shot 44% from the field, 41 from three, almost 6 rebounds, 4 assists, nearly 4 assists on 21.5 points per game. I got the Clippers in this one. So they're just showing a shot chart by type. So we got the officials: Kane Fitzgerald, Eric Lewis, and Mark Iote. Those are the officials for tonight's game. Celtics won the game. All right, Edwin, shout out to your team, man, for winning that ball game. I was able to win. I had the Celtics winning as well. Again, guys, smash the like button, hit that subscribe. Let's see, man. Kawhi had an amazing playoff run last year. So now they're just warming up right now. Yeah, the Sixers hung in there, man, despite the fact that Boston really didn't play great. So they should – a win is a win. You just got to take the mistakes you made to go back into game 2. Ron says the Mavericks have to play better defense and administrate the game better in the fourth quarter. If they can't administrate the game in the fourth quarter, at least in the first game, it's going to be telltale that they're going to either lose in 4 or 5. I said 5 games at the most. At the very least, that's a sweep. If it goes 6, it goes 6. But I got them in 5. I could give the Mavs 1 game. Oh, Gordon Hayward got injured too? Jesus. That's not good. Hopefully it's not too serious. I didn't see the game. I only saw like the fourth quarter. The Mavs need to win game 1. If they don't win, I feel like we're going to get – I really hope there's no injuries, man, because I would like to see everybody healthy. The thing is, the first round isn't really going to be that exciting in the Eastern Conference. Like, I just saw the Jazz and the Nuggets. Like I said, the 2 series actually, I don't know about the Mavs and the Clippers. Hopefully they could give us an exciting 5-game series, 4 games, or even 6 games if it goes that far. I mean, some people go as far as 7 games. I don't know if it's going to go that far, but the Lakers and Blazers, interesting series, but it might go quick. Then you have the Thunder and the Rockets, and then you got the Jazz and the Nuggets. We had a thrilling overtime game 1. So that series might be better than what I expected. So, and continuing in the chat, let me just check real quick. It didn't look very bad, but still, I feel like Cantor did nothing in the game. Jason Tatum had more rebounds, probably a few games or maybe not that much. Yeah, all teams, no injuries. All right, so all right, so the teams are still warming up. Like I said, we should be good shortly. It looks like it might be like a 9-12, 9-13 start. That's what it's looking like right now. All right, I still have to fix. I have to fix. Let me see if my video was uploaded from the last game, because I have to fix the I have to fix the saying on there. We're getting ready for the game. There we go. I was able to change the There it is. I was able to finally change it. All right, so we're getting ready for the Mavericks and Clippers, getting set for that. Looks like we got a small little band here singing for the Clippers. Okay, guys, I want you guys to sing to the tune of A Clippers Win. Cute kids, by the way, but looks like it's going to be a 9:15 start. Looks like it's going to be a 9:15 start. Smash the like, hit that subscribe. Yep. G Money says the Celtics executed. G Money said the Celtics executed down the stretch. Tatum was huge on both sides of the ball. So the Mavericks starting lineup is about to happen. They're doing the introductions for the players for the Mavericks, and then it'll be for the Clippers. Tatum was huge on both sides of the ball. Edwin says Dallas could take this game. Also, I want to see how well Luka can play in the playoffs, where teams will game plan for him. That's the next step. Sixers committed too many turnovers and didn't feed Embiid enough down low. I said Dallas could win game one. Celtics have beaten the Sixers 13 out of 20 playoff meetings. Jaylen Brown was huge. A band. Yeah, it's a little no, it's the stream that I'm looking at. There was like these little kids singing. That's what it was. Salute Winetta. Hayward sprained his ankle. Okay. Hopefully the test will be negative. Good luck to Layla's clips too. If she's here somewhere. But she'll keep her in good spirits. Shout out to her, and then shout out to Kid Glory. Shout out to Ralph, man. Wherever you guys are, man. Hope everything is good with you guys, man. Salute to both of you guys. So salute to Ralph, aka Kid, and to Layla as well. Hope Hayward gets healthy. Ross says, I think the Sixers had a problem with the spacing. Milton and Richardson and company have to knock down more shots to give Embiid more room to operate. All right, guys, we're getting ready to start. Luka Doncic versus Kawhi Leonard. We don't really need Hayward to play against the Sixers. The Sixers are just not deep enough. Boston, they are who they are, but they don't really need Hayward to even beat even the Philadelphia 76ers. At least I don't think. I like watching the Sixer vlogs, but against teams like the Raptors and the Bucks, yeah, because those two teams have more depth. I'm pretty sure I know who's commentating this one because all these games were on the Extremely Stupefied Peons Network, aka four-letter word. All right, the three commentators, Mark Jackson, Jeff Van Gundy, Mike Breen over there on the channel, while I'm on my channel doing this one. All right, the players are starting to come on the court. Mavericks versus Clippers, let's get it. Hopefully we get ourselves a lit game. Hopefully it's entertaining. No blowouts in between. And because we trying to get another Utah Jazz Denver Nuggets game. I mean, you want to avoid that, if you're the Clippers, like to start. So good news, Montrez on a minutes restriction, but he will be here. Pat Bev is here. So good news for the Clippers. All right, so we'll be getting ready shortly. Let me just go back and check the chat. D should be set. He should be coming soon. He might be a little busy or something, but I'm pretty sure he'll be here. Dallas superstar since the restart. Porzingis shooting 48%, 9.5 rebounds with 30 points, 1.5 blocks. Luka Doncic 30 points, 10 rebounds, 9.7 assists. He's also shooting 48%. And like I said, also that's going to be the next step with Luka. You know, him and Porzingis being able to complement one another. All right, so for starting lineups for the Dallas Mavericks, Luka Doncic, Tim Hardaway Jr., Finney Smith, Maxi Kleber, Kristaps Porzingis for the Mavericks. For the Clippers, Patrick Beverley, Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, Marcus Morris Sr., and Vika Zubac. And looks like the Mavericks have won the tip, but Beverley stole the ball, but then he turns it over right away. D. Jeff, you ready, my brother? What's going on, bro?
I am ready. What's good with you?
You all set, man?
Yeah, I'm all set. The screen's up. Only thing I'm doing now is just plugging you in on my screen. But what's up, boxing? Double M, chopsticks in the building. What's good with you guys? 0-0 the game just starting, guys. I just logged in with my man Lewis, so get ready to get him up on our screen over here.
All right, Patrick.
Yeah, go ahead and do the commentary, Lewis, while I get this set up.
Patrick Beverley gives the ball to Kawhi Leonard, puts the jab step, and knocks it down right on Maxi Kleber. Clippers on the board first. They score 2-0, man. Smash the like, hit that subscribe for both channels. Here comes Luka Doncic, gives the ball to Tim Hardaway Jr. Luka trying to get clear. It looks like we got a foul already on Kawhi Leonard. It looks like Kawhi Leonard because he was guarding Luka Doncic. So, I mean, this would be good if you're the Mavericks. Being able to you get rid of the best player on the team, get him in foul trouble, and then put the ball on Paul George. All right, so just like that, the Mavericks turn it over again. And there's a lob to Zubac from Patrick Beverley, and already Clippers up 4-0 already. All right, Luka Doncic just got it. Comes back to the right side, spins on Patrick Beverley. Patrick Beverley guarding him a little too aggressively and gets called for the foul already. And Ron says, not only do I want to see Luka, how does he do in the playoffs? But KP, obviously, this is both of their first playoff appearance, so they probably – I don't think they're going to be as nervous only because of the fact that, you know, there are no fans, so there's no home court advantage. Maybe a little bit nervous, but not too much. All right, so Kleber gives the ball to Luka, dumps it into Porzingis, shoots the jump shot, misses the shot. Rebound is to Kawhi Leonard, taps it to Patrick Beverley. Paul George tries to dribble, loses the ball. To shoot a step back, fadeaway three, and he drains it. 7-0 Clippers already. 7-0 run. Take it away, D, if you're ready. If not, I'll consider.
All right, Paul George. I think we might be off. What's your time on your game?
I got 10
minutes. Yeah, I'm at 10 minutes and 26 seconds. Let me refresh. Go ahead and take it, Lewis, right now. What's up, everybody? I'm just getting straight while Lewis got it. Guido, Sporting Advantage. Appreciate you guys. Go ahead, Lewis.
Oh, man, and Kawhi Leonard puts the ball between the legs off of the Maverick turnover, shoots a three, and he knocks it down in his face. And the Clip early timeout by Rick Carlisle. Rick Carlisle's not happy with the officiating. 10-10 remaining already in the first quarter. The Clippers are up 10-0 on the Dallas Mavericks. Nice move by Kawhi Leonard, man, putting that ball between his legs on that three-pointer. So we were taking a commercial break. And, again, smash that like, hit that subscribe. Shout out to Chopstick. Yeah, D.
I'm ready, guys. My bad, Lewis. I just wanted to say that. Double M, appreciate you. Chopsticks, Guido, Sporting Advantage, and everybody on the Lewis Sports Network side. We appreciate you guys joining us for Basketball Live with Lewis and D.
Awesome. Yes, indeed, man. Again, man, salute to people on the side of D. Jefferson, which will be Boxing Logics United, Chopstick, Guido Peon, Sporting Advantage. Appreciate you guys also coming through, man. And like I said, salute to everybody on my side as well. We got the Mavs and Clippers. So hopefully we get ourselves a good, entertaining game because we had a close one with the Sixers and the Celtics. That was a good one. Even though, you know, that game wasn't really well as played as on both sides, but it's still, we got a good close game. And then the earlier game in the afternoon, the first game, Jazz and Nuggets, man, that was a thrilling game that went to overtime with Murray and Donovan Mitchell stealing the show. Nets and Raptors. Raptors pretty much dominated, despite the fact that Nets came back in that game. So then there's that, man. But tomorrow's going to be interesting because we got the Thunder and Rockets. We have the Lakers and Blazers, which D, you and me are going to be doing that one. We have the Heat and the Pacers, and then we have the Bucks and the Magic, obviously, for tomorrow. So I know D's going to be doing those prediction picks, and make sure y'all, check him out, when he does those, pretty much each and every day this week, since we're going to be with games, depending on how these series go. So make sure y'all tune in, if you guys can, to D Jefferson's NBA prediction picks in the morning, right there on the Speak Your Mind Sports Talk.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We looking good this morning too, guys. I'll go over that on the halftime. I'm not gonna talk about it now, but looking good today. So thanks for mentioning that, Lewis.
No problem. All right, so players are coming back on the floor. D Jefferson will take over the commentary in just a bit. But Clippers got off to a very good start already. And one thing I'm not liking about the Mavericks is they're turning the ball over already at the start of the game, so that's not a good sign. But you do want to get the Clippers in foul trouble to and that's the one thing that Juanetta had mentioned in the chat, that's the one thing that you kind of worry about with the Clippers when they play defense. They do have a tendency to foul.
Yeah, and it kind of goes hand in hand with tough defense. These teams that are high in defense, they tend to rack up some fouls, but what makes them special is a lot of those guys can play with those fouls too. You know what I mean?
Yep.
That's what makes the difference from these guys who play with fouls. But anyway, they are back to the game, guys. We are just all right. So we're in here. Hurry up, D. Damn, I'm good. We good now. We good. Double M. We in there. Augusta Road, Chain TC, Ron Cohen. We lit over here, Lewis. We lit on both channels. It's going down. Clippers. All right, guys. So we back. Luka Doncic with the ball. Luka drives down inside. Luka inside, easy for the score. So Luka Doncic finally gets the Dallas Mavericks on the board. 2-10, 8-point lead. 9 minutes 43 seconds left in the first quarter. Here comes Patrick Beverly. He gets fouled driving down to the lane, but it's going to be non-shooting foul. Montrezl Harrell not in this game tonight, guys, which is very, very significant. Lou Will sitting on the bench. Very significant guys out. All right, so Clippers back at it. Kawhi Leonard with the ball. Kawhi Leonard tries to pull the contact on Cleveland. Nothing doing. Dallas coming back down with the ball. Here comes Luka Doncic. Luka drives into the lane, falls, slips, and Luka slips on the west spot, slow to get up. Here comes Paul George, drives right down into the lane on Tice, but on Porzingis, can't score, but Zubac put the ball back in. Take it away, Lewis.
All right, 12-2 is the score. Tim Hardaway Jr. kicks it out to a wide open Kleber for three, but he can't hit too strong. Rebound is to Kawhi Leonard. Puts it up the floor. Nice shovel pass to Paul George in transition for three, and he drains it. 15-2 start for the Los Angeles Clippers. Here comes Finney Smith. No, Tim Hardaway Jr. kicks it out to Finney Smith. He pump fakes, kicks it out to Porzingis. Good ball movement by the Mavericks. Tim Hardaway Jr. misses the three, though. Back iron. Rebound is to Zubac. Here comes Patrick Beverly. By the way, Montrezl Harrell will be playing tonight, guys. He is on a minutes restriction. Screen set by Zubac. Wide open for Marcus Morris for threes, and he drains it. 18-2 Los Angeles Clippers right now. 18-2. There's Harrell right on the bench cheering his guys on.
Yeah, right, I see them in the T-shirt. I didn't know that was a warm-up shirt.
Yeah. Luka Doncic dribbles on the rock, shoots a shot. Nice shot by Luka Doncic. 18-4 is the score. And looks like we got a foul. No foul? No foul. So 18-4 is the score. Take it away, D.
All right. My man Lewis dropping bars on him. Here come Patrick Beverly bringing the ball across for the Clippers. 8 minutes on the clock. Gives it to Paul George out on the corner. Paul George with Finney Smith on the defense. Step to the side. Shoots the three. Can't hit. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes down with the ball. and gets fouled immediately up the floor by Paul George. Paul George might get hit with a tech because he reacted to that foul call, and they do catch Paul George with a technical. A little bit too much of a reaction there from Paul George. So technical foul and a foul on Paul George. Luka Doncic is walking a little gingerly, guys, which is not a good sign for Dallas at all.
Oh, he slipped on a wet spot. That's how he got hurt. Okay.
Yeah. And that's just irresponsible, bro, because like the NBA makes too much money. They pay these tile guys. Look, this floor should be dry. Seriously. Come on now. All right. So Luka Doncic with the ball. And we got Kleber for the offensive foul. He just kind of mows over Paul George. So Dallas is going to turn the ball over. Clippers get the ball back. 13-point lead, 7 minutes, 44 seconds in this first quarter. Here comes the Clippers. Zubac at the top of the key. Gives the ball to Paul George. Over to Shamet for the three. Shamet can't hit. And that wasn't Shamet.
Marcus Morris Sr.
And Marcus Morris. And Tim Hardaway with the step back jumper, bottom of the net. So Dallas starting to get a little bit of a rhythm going. Dug into that lead just a little bit. Clippers opened up with a 10-zip lead. Dallas trying to get themselves back in the game, although they're still down by 11 points. 7 minutes, 17 seconds left in the first, and Luka Doncic walking gingerly over to the line. Hopefully it's not too bad because I'll tell you guys like this. Dallas lose Luka Doncic is going to be a sweep. I'm going to call that right now. They get swept by the Clippers without Luka Doncic, in my opinion. No chance. What you think, bro?
No, yeah, Luka Doncic is one of your best players. You lose him, now everything is on Porzingis. That means that the defense, they're going to focus on Porzingis a lot more, and Porzingis is like a passer out of double teams. So now you're asking Tim Hardaway to now give you more than what he's usually giving you. That's Finney Smith, and then guys coming off the bench. So that's more responsibility. And Luka takes a lot of pressure off of those guys.
Right.
That's a sweep because now they can focus on Porzingis and they don't have to worry about another threat on the floor. So that's huge if Luka Doncic can't even but I just want to salute to people in the chat. Ryan, shout out to Ryan, AK41. Appreciate you coming through. He says he's just happy getting the playoffs. Mark says, the Clips are getting blasted. It's the other way around. Salute to Mark. Salute to AK41. Yeah, the turnovers. Yeah, they gotta keep the ball. They already got 6. Ron says his Clippers in the beginning. Shout out to Sporting Advantage from D's channel. Appreciate you, my man. Shout out to Karam who just came in. It's an 18-7 man game right now. Hitting both free throws for the OG Lewis Sports. Shout out to my man Jordan Simpiani. Appreciate you coming through, man. Shout out to you, bro. You guys always keep the chat lit, man, when you guys are always in here, man. That's what I appreciate, y'all, man. And not just for me, always for speaking my sports talk as well. But D's absolutely go ahead, D.
Nah, my man Double M over here said Mavs, no defense. They might get swept. They may get swept with or without Luka if they don't pick up that defense. But go ahead, Lewis.
Oh, no, man. No, I was just going to say that I was just reiterating to your point that you're absolutely right, that if Luka Doncic is not able to play, and obviously they have to administer some type of defense, because if they don't, you're looking at a 4-game sweep. The Clippers are going to get whatever they want, and it's already a bad sign when they're hitting threes this early, especially with how Paul George and Kawhi Leonard are looking good shooting the ball from the three-point line. So you don't want the Clippers to run away. So at the very least, you may have to give up maybe some easy baskets. You don't want to give up easy baskets, obviously, but what I'm saying is that you're going to have to chase the Clippers off that three-point line, because a three-point weapon is one of their biggest strengths. They're not a team that scores inside the paint through post play. They get their points in the paint through drives. So you want to force them to put the ball on the floor if you're going to have at least a shot, and you're going to have to defend with effort. That's the key thing. It's going to be about effort. You look at the Brooklyn game; they waited till the third quarter, midway through the third quarter, to finally start playing some defense. You got to come with that intensity in the beginning of the game, even if you're not a great defensive team. It's a new season; got to play with effort. And
there's all facts.
And you see how the Clippers are guarding Luka Doncic. They're setting 1 And the thing is, they put him with a one-on-one defender, and then they send a second guy to help when he drives the basketball, and they're trapping him. So, got to see how Luka adjusts to this type of defense now in a 7-game series. Take it away, D.
All right. You say y'all can't hear him? I don't. All right. I'll try to fix that. All right. So Kawhi Leonard at the top of the key with the ball. Kawhi Leonard shoots, can't hit. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes down with the rebound. 11-point lead. Dallas trying to close it, bring it in within double digits. Tim Hardaway for 3 and bottom of the net. So they do bring it within double digits. 8-point lead by the Clippers, 10-18. Paul George with the ball. Sorry, that's Marquise Morris with the ball. Morris spins down inside. Turnaround jumper. Marquise Morris hits back up to double-digit lead. 10-20. 6 minutes, 30 seconds left. Brunson out on the corner. Kicks the ball to Finney Smith. Finney Smith drives down in the lane. Kicks it out to Seth Curry. Back over to Brunson to Hardaway. To Finney Smith. Back to Porzingis for 3 on the wing. And Porzingis, bottom of the net. 7-point game. Here comes the Dallas Mavericks. Kawhi Leonard's going to bring the ball down for the Clippers. Finney Smith on the defense. Gets the ball to Zubac over to Paul George. Paul George pulls up for the jumper. Paul George can't hit. Kristaps Porzingis comes down with the ball. Is that Trey Burke? I think that's Trey with the ball. Trey Burke gets it to Finney Smith. Finney Smith drives down. Short jumper. Can't hit. Gets his own rebound and puts the ball back up in. Dallas Mavericks 5-point lead, 15-20. Here comes Paul George with the ball out on the wing. Got Hardaway on the defense. Crosses up Hardaway. Goes down inside. Turnaround jumper right over the top of Hardaway. Paul George, 22-15. Take it away, Lewis.
And there's Montrezl Harrell about to check in. So he is going to get some minutes time early. Ball's given to Porzingis. Drives left. Takes a step back jump shot. Knocks it down plus the foul on the Zubac. So the Dallas Mavericks, after off to an 18-2 slow start, they're now trailing by 5, 22-17. So that means, ladies and gentlemen, they're on a 15-4 run right now. And shout out to Montrezl Harrell's grandmother, man. He hasn't played since March 10th, obviously. His grandmother ended up passing away. So now you're getting to see Montrezl Harrell in-game action for the first time, guys. Reggie Jackson also just checked in, a.k.a., as I always call him, Bobby Schmurder from Flatbush. But he has come in. All right, so, man, Porzingis, man, knocks a 3-point play. He knocks this in as a 4-point game. And, ladies and gentlemen, he accomplishes it. 4-point game, 22-18. Here we go. Just under 6 remaining. Lemon Pepper Lou Wings in the game as well. So here he is. Gets the ball. We got a screen by Montrezl Harrell. All right, gets the ball to Marcus Morris Sr. Crossing over. Okay, he's got the ball. He's trying to get the post up. Takes a fade back shot. That's a tough shot. That was not good offense by the Clippers. All right, so Seth Curry, outlet pass to Trey Burke, goes off the glass, and we got an offensive foul. So the basket will not count. There's Luka Doncic on the bench. We got 4:49 remaining in the first quarter. 22-18 is the score. All right, back come the Clippers. Here's Kawhi Leonard. Brings the ball up. Finney Smith guarding him. Gets a switch with Seth Curry. Passes it to Reggie Jackson. Takes open the open three. Misses the shot. Now, you don't want to keep settling for threes if you're the Clippers. You want to try to see if you can drive that ball to the basket. Here's Tim Hardaway Jr. He takes a three-pointer, and we got a foul before the three-point shot. If no foul had taken place, that would have cut the game to 1. So the foul will be on Marcus Morris Sr. Take it away, D. I don't know if D can hear me.
I was on mute. No, I was on mute on your channel because they said they couldn't hear you on my channel, so I had to adjust the mic.
Okay.
Hopefully they can hear you now. But yeah, because I can hear you loud and clear, so I just assumed they could too. Anyway, guys, 18-22, 4-point lead. Clippers on top. The Mavericks at the line for the free throws. Kristaps Porzingis. And Porzingis puts up the second free throw and drains it. So it's a 3-point game. 19-22. Here comes the Clippers with the ball. Reggie Jackson's checked in for the Clippers. Reggie Jackson drives down inside. Reggie Jackson shoots up the layup, can't score. Kristaps Porzingis comes down with the rebound. Gets it ahead to Seth Curry. Seth Curry pulls up for three, bottom of the net. Seth Curry ties the game up, 22-22. 4 minutes left in this first quarter. Here comes Kawhi Leonard. Gets the ball over to Montrezl Harrell. He checks in for the Clippers. And Montrezl Harrell goes right up inside, gets fouled by Kristaps Porzingis. So Montrezl Harrell to head to the line for two. 3 minutes, 54 seconds in this first quarter. Steph Curry's over there complaining about something. Maybe he got hit. Chopstick said Montrezl is finally playing. I knew he was resting for the playoffs. Yeah, man. Got to be careful. So Montrezl misses the first free throw. And it looks like Luka Doncic and Max Kleber is going to check in for Dallas. Luka's still walking with a little bit of a limp. Hardaway and Finney-Smith checks out for Dallas. So, Chopsticks, can you hear Lewis now? Go ahead and take it away, Lewis. Make sure these guys can hear you over here.
Testing 1 2 1 2. Hopefully you guys can hear me. So we are tied at 22. Montrezl Harrell checks in. He misses the first free throw. Montrezl taking his second free throw attempt. It is good. Now the Clippers retake the lead at 23-22. Smash the like, hit that subscribe for both channels. He says the audio on D channel is going crazy, says Chopstick. Seth Curry's got the basketball. Takes it, dribbles all the way right.
Goes all right, I got to check it out.
All right, misses. All right, here comes Reggie Jackson. Gives it to Lou Will. Takes it all the way to the rack, and he scores on the layup. So Lemon Pepper Lou takes it to the basket. 20 is here comes Luka Doncic coming right back down the court. Faces a double as soon as he crosses half court. The ball's given to Boban, who hands it off to Luka Doncic. Gets a screen. Luka kicks it out to Seth Curry. Tries to tie the game, and he does with the three-pointer. Game is tied at 25. We might get ourselves a good game, hopefully. Kawhi Leonard's got the basketball. Crosses over on the Montrezl screen. Kawhi with the spin move. Goes into the paint, and he draws the foul. I was about to say they didn't call that because I'm like, he literally got hit in the back. But anyway, Kawhi will go to the free throw line to shoot 2 free throws. Kawhi's off to a very solid start. So, yeah, if you look at the defense, look how they draw 3 Clipper defenders where Luka was able to find Steph in the corner for 3. All right, Kawhi Leonard at the free throw line rattles in the first free throw, so the score is 26-25. Here are the Clippers. 3:04 remaining in the first quarter. Shout out to Mark. Seth looking like a Curry. I mean, he is one. Mark says, is Kawhi playing? Yes, he is. Kawhi is playing. He is right now in the game currently shooting at the free throw line, Mark. Here's the free throw. It is good. 27-25 is the score. All right, Luka Doncic brings the ball back up. It is a 2-point lead for the Clippers. Under 3 remaining. Gets to the right side of the floor, dribbles to the left side. He gets stripped, but looks like he got fouled on the strip, so he'll go to the line. Looks like the foul is on JaMychal Green.
All right, my bad, man. I just was checking out my sound. It sound good. You sound good on my. I pulled it up on my phone. I can hear you, Lewis. I don't know why anyone else can't hear. Maybe those were old messages or something, but I fixed the sound, so y'all should be able to do this now. But 26-27, guys, 1-point game. Toronto, the LA Clippers still on top, but the Dallas Mavericks are turning it up. And although Luka Doncic is hurt, the boy is still playing. He's balling out there. So Luka ties the game 27-27. And here comes that Lou Will in the game.
Yes. Yeah, Lou Will's in the corner. That was Reggie Jackson who's got the ball.
Kawhi Leonard drives down inside, turnaround jump shot. Kawhi Leonard, bottom of the net, 29-27. Every time the Dallas Mavericks dig in, the Clippers do what they can to stay on top. Here comes Luka Doncic. Luka drives down inside, passes the ball out to Finney-Smith for 3. Finney-Smith takes the lead for Dallas, 30-29. Here comes Reggie Jackson. Get the ball up to Montrezl Harrell. Montrezl Harrell gets the ball over to Lou Will in the corner. JaMychal Green, 3. Bottom of the net, Jermichael Green drains it from downtown, 32-30. Clippers back on top. Here comes Luka Doncic and Big Boban in the game. They double team him quickly. Boban gets the ball back over to Trey Burke. Trey Burke in the corner for the three. Take it away, Lewis.
All right, man. So Dallas took the first lead of the game. Look, Luka's drawing 3 defenders, 3-4 defenders, and Michael Kidd-Gilchrist hit that three-pointer just now to give Dallas their first lead of the game. But then Jermichael Green came back and gave them the 32-30 lead right now. So Luka's already got 5 turnovers in this first quarter. And because he is their playmaker, they're going to key in their defense on him. All right, so Luka Doncic gets the inbound. Gets a Boban screen. Luka takes a step back three-pointer, but the ball is short. No, it's to Paul George. All right, so here comes Paul George. Gives it to Montrezl Harrell. Jermichael Green was asking for the ball, but gives it to Lou Will. Lou Will in the corner, guarded by Trey Burke. Lou Will tried to pass it, but it was deflected off of Trey Burke, and the ball goes out of bounds. Boban trying to chase it, and the Clippers will retain the ball. We got 119 remaining in the first quarter, 32-30, so we got a very fast-paced game. Gary Close. George comes off the screen, but apparently can't shoot it, and then he gets space, shoots it, misses the shot, offensive rebound, put up by Jermichael Green. He scores. No foul call, no contact. Clippers lead 34-30. Take it away, D.
All right, so Luka Doncic coming down with the ball. Luka Doncic gives it to Big Boban. Back to Luka. Luka shoots up a three. Draws the foul, and it looks like Paul George is calling for the replay. But as far as now, Luka fouled behind that three-point line. So Paul George is asking Doc to challenge that call. He called for the review, but
I don't know. Is it challenging?
I don't know. I hope Doc wouldn't buy that. It don't seem like it. Luka's still at the line. That's kind of too early to take that challenge. Paul George might be upset, but Doc might need that challenge later in the game.
That's a good point.
Yeah, man. You know how these certain calls at the end of the game, you don't ever want one call to end the game, but it could be that call. And if you blow your challenge in the first quarter, so be it. So Luka Doncic hits the second free throw. It's a 2-point game, 32-34. Under a minute left in this quarter. Lou Will with the ball. Lou Will feints the three, gives it over to Jermichael Green. He shoots the three, and it rolls around the rim and comes out. So Luka Doncic with the rebound. Luka back down. Luka at the top of the key. Luka dribbles down inside. Kicks the ball over in the corner to Gilchrist. Gilchrist again. Bottom of the net, so Gilchrist puts Dallas back on top. Here comes Reggie Jackson, full speed ahead, down in the lane. Jackson can't hit the layup. So Dallas looking to extend their lead, 2-second differential from the game clock to the shot clock. Luka Doncic hold the ball, take some time off the clock. 10 seconds. 10 seconds left to shoot. 9 seconds left to shoot. Luka with the ball at the top of the key. Has Reggie Jackson on the defense. Step back three. Luka, bottom of the net. 38-34, 4-point lead, Dallas. Reggie Jackson with the ball. 4 seconds to shoot. Reggie pulls up, floater, and can't hit. So they'll go into the second quarter, 38-34. The Dallas Mavericks was trailing by 16 points, guys. A 16-point lead, and they come back in this first quarter to lead by 4 points, 38-34. And I'll tell you guys something. I picked the overs on this game. It's looking pretty good for those overs. 38-34, Dallas on top.
All right, man. You just heard D with those over on those predictions, as he mentioned about earlier. The Clippers, their defense got softer the minute that Harrell kind of came into the game a bit, but it was starting to kind of transition that way because they started to settle for the three-point shot, and which led to more long rebounds for the Mavericks, and the Mavericks were able to execute their offense. I think they're paying a little too much attention to Luka, And so the Mavs started to hit their 3-pointers. Plus, the Clippers started to foul, so they was able to get to the free throw line as well. So, like I said, the Clippers have to limit their fouls, but mostly importantly, they have to start to drive the ball to the basket, and they need to move the ball too because they sometimes can get a little too ISO happy, which causes that too. Let's go into the chat real quick. Yeah, it's true. That's what like Juanetta just said, right on call. They have to stop doubling Luka. Like they don't need to double him so hard because you have to remember Porzingis is also on this team too. It's not like Luka's on his own. Shout out to AK41 OMG. Can't believe we actually came back. The Clippers will let you back in the game because they could get lackadaisical on defense, especially when they start to shoot threes. Trust me, they have to emphasize ball movement. Shout out to Mitchie. Even though LA is going to win the series, he's going to go for the Mavs. Okay. All right. Shout out to you, Mitchie. Appreciate you coming through the stream. Again, guys, like the video and make sure to subscribe to both Lewis and D if you guys have not yet.
Shout out to Mr. Shelton on this side. He came to rag me a little bit on the boxing side. Mr. Shelton said, I think your boy back on cocaine, D. For all you guys that don't know, he's talking about Tyson Fury. He might be, Mr. Shelton. He just might be. You never know with these athletes.
Right. So, yeah, man, Dallas takes a 38-34 lead at the start of the first quarter. Shout out to Emore. Emore in the house. The Kings got the 12th pick. All right. That's a dedicated Kings fan right there. Appreciate you coming through, Emore. They don't have Pat Bev to throw on Luka. They do have Pat Bev. It's just he didn't play a lot. They didn't put Pat Bev enough on Luka. But even then, so it's like, again, they're doubling and triple teaming Luka Doncic because he's the primary ball handler. But you got to remember that Porzingis is on here. If he's not on the team, then I can understand that. But, like, you shouldn't really double him that much. Yeah, Sacramento's got fans. Mark, they have. I told you, other than Golden State, I said I feel like the Sacramento fan base is probably the most loyal fans in the NBA, other than the OKC and Golden State. I feel like they probably are just as passionate. I still remember.
I'll tell you one thing too. Didn't mean to cut you off, Lewis, but I'll tell you guys one thing too. A lot of these small market teams have very loyal fans. They come in all the time because Lewis and I cover small market games, not just big games. And a lot of fans from these small market teams come in all the time, and they thank Lewis and I for covering their teams because no one's covering their teams. So they have fans. A lot of these small market teams have a lot of fans.
All right, man. Second quarter just started. Take it away, D. The Mavericks turn it over so the Clippers will get the ball back to start the second quarter.
So the Mavericks turn it over right away, which is a good sign for the Clippers. And Paul George gets the ball from Patrick Beverly back to Beverly. Beverly will bring the ball up for the Clippers. Gets it back to Paul George. Paul George at the top of the key with the ball. Dribbles around the Collins screen. Dribbles down inside. Paul George with the floater inside and scores 36-38. So Paul George puts up points first for the Los Angeles Clippers. Here comes Luka Doncic. Luka behind the three-point line. Luka dribbling down inside. Passes the ball out to Gilchrist. Gilchrist didn't put that ball down before he took a step, so you know what that means. Whistle, travel on Gilchrist. Another turnover, back-to-back turnovers for Dallas to start this second quarter. Here comes Patrick Beverly. Patrick Beverly barely makes it across the line. Lou Will with the ball at the top of the key. Lou Will drives around Seth Curry, and he should get the continuation.
Yeah, they should. But
not sure that they gave it to him, though.
No.
Wow, he was actually – did they give it to him?
I don't think they gave it to him.
They didn't put the points on the board. Looks like a ball in, so it looked like a clear continuation to me, but no goal. So it's going to be a ball in foul. That's foul on Seth Curry. And looks like Finney Smith just checks in. And Kleber, he checks out. All right, so the ball right in and lost. Turnover by the Clippers. Here comes DeLon Wright. Gets the ball over in the corner. Finney Smith steps back, make sure he's behind the three-point line and drains it 41-36, back up to a 5-point lead by Dallas. Patrick Beverly with the ball. Take it away, Lewis.
That was terrible defense by Paul George, giving Finney-Smith all that kind of room. Anyway, there was a miss. Here come the Mavericks. Steph Curry gets the ball from Luka Doncic. Steph Curry looking, cross-court passes
to Finney-Smith. No, to Gilchrist. They swing the ball to Luka, who's got Lou Williams on him. I'd pick and roll him to death if I'm Dallas. And Luka gets fouled by Lou Williams. And the Clippers are starting to pile up the fouls a little bit. Score is 41-36. The Mavs with a 5-point lead. And Luka just took a dive to the floor. And you have to be careful because remember when he got injured in the first quarter, he's going to have to be careful not to try to take any more falls like that. But that was just terrible defense. Paul George didn't even know what to do. I know that was a tough spot, but you got to try to at least close out somewhat. Anyway, Luka Doncic gets the inbound pass, crosses over, gets all the way to the cup, tries to – wow, that was a weird layup. Kind of forced it up with the – flicked it so hard, but still was able to score. Dallas with a 43-36 lead, 7-point lead for them. So Lou Will gives it to Paul George. Landry Shamet sets a screen. Paul George crosses to the right. Paul George gets up in the air, and we got a blocking foul on Finney-Smith. No, Michael Gilchrist, on the pass.
Yeah, they look too much alike.
Yeah,
they look too much alike from distance. The only way you can tell is the doggone number on their jersey, 9 or 10.
Shout out to FB Sports. Appreciate you coming through, man. What is up, bro? What's up? All right, man. So Lou Will gives the ball to Paul George. Gets a screen from JaMychal Green. Hesitation, dribbles right on Gilchrist, takes it to the rack, and he misses the layup. And, oh, no, okay, they didn't call a foul. And the Mavericks swing the ball. Looks like there's a foul on Landry Shamet. Yeah, they just called the foul on Landry Shamet on the drive. This Patrick Beverly, he came back into the game. So there is Gilchrist. I'm wondering if at one point does Kawhi Leonard come back into this game because they're really struggling right now.
Now they said they can hear your voice, Lewis, but not mine.
What is going on?
I don't know.
The Clippers got to show up their defense. Dallas is shooting 67% from the field. Clippers at 48. Luka Doncic gets the ball off the inbound. Screen set by Kleber, who just came back in. Luka crosses over to JaMychal Green, takes it all the way to the basket, kicks it out to Seth Curry, open for 3, and he drains it. And the Mavericks have a 10-point lead on the LA Clippers. Take it away, D.
All right, guys. So Kawhi Leonard down in the corner, gets the ball over to Shamet. Shamet from Beverly 3. Beverly from the corner can't hit. So here comes Dallas trying to put that lead back up. Build on that 10-point lead. Luka Doncic at the top of the key. Luka Doncic, step back 3. Luka can't hit. Patrick Beverly with the rebound. And it's a loose ball foul called against the Clippers, I believe it is. So the ball will stay down this end of the court, guys. Wow. I don't even know who the foul was on. Let me see now. How about now, Chopstick? What's up, Jay? Jay, I'm having problems with the mic. For some reason, they can't hear Lewis, but can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear.
No, we good on your channel because I'm plugged in through the double stream, so we good on your channel. Usually we don't have any issues like this. I'm not sure what's going on tonight. All right, so Paul George, guys, with the ball. Dribbles behind the back. Paul George loses the ball. Picked up by Kristaps. Luka Doncic drives down inside. Patrick Beverly with the good hard foul. Make sure Luka doesn't score. But Patrick Beverly will go sit on the bench. Oh, well, Doc Rivers told him to stay out.
No, I think he asked him to sit on the bench.
Oh, okay.
Is he in foul trouble? That also might be it, too.
I think that's his 3rd foul. That's why they set him.
Yep. He's got no points, 3 fouls. All right, so he's in
Yeah,
foul
that's his
trouble.
third foul. All right, good. We in there now. Okay, thank you, Chopstick. All right, they can hear us both now. I don't know what the
Perfect.
hell happened, guys. First they couldn't hear you, then they couldn't hear me. Appreciate you, Chopstick. All right, Lou Will with the ball, guys. 28-point turnaround for the Dallas Mavericks. Lou Will with the ball and gets it over to Paul George, who almost Markieff Morris, who almost loses it. 5 seconds to shoot. Lou Will passes the ball off. 2 seconds to shoot. Paul George inside, and Zubac couldn't get the dunk off before the 24-second violation. So 12-point lead by the Dallas Mavericks in there. They have a chance to build on this lead. See what the Clippers can do if they can bring this lead back down before the half. One good sign is Luka Doncic is headed to the bench, so see if the Clippers can take advantage of that. Kristaps Porzingis with the ball, turns around, shoots the jumper, can't hit. Markieff Morris comes down with the rebound, kicks it to Paul George. Paul George dribbles down inside, pulls back out, kicks it to Markieff Morris. Markieff over to Lou Will. Lou Will dribbles, gets it to Markieff Morris, can't handle the ball. Dallas with the defense. Here comes Trey Burke. Trey Burke with the layup inside. 14-point lead, Dallas Mavericks. And Doc Rivers needs to talk about it. Timeout Clippers. 50, 36, 7 minutes, 26 seconds left in this half. Man, here comes the Dallas Mavericks. What is going on, Lewis? What's going on?
It's pretty simple. The Clippers they're playing very complacent, and the way they're playing defensively, first of all, they're allowing too many 3-point shots. You see Patrick Beverley can't stay on the floor. He's got 3 fouls, and it's just a lackadaisical effort. They're not playing like they did in the early part of the first quarter. They were more active defensively. They've gotten more lazy. Dallas has been able to push the ball in transition as well. That's where coming from right now. But the Clippers are doing too much one-on-one. They're not moving the ball, so they need because their one-on-one play sometimes gets them in trouble when they're not hitting shots. So they're gonna have to emphasize some more ball movement. We haven't really been able to see any pick and roll action anyway with Lou Williams. So kind of been a non-factor in that. So yeah, what a turnaround, Ron. I agree. The Mavs are balling right now. The Clippers' 3-point defense has got to get better because that's been the main story right now. Why the Mavericks are up by 12. So Clipper fouling and Mavs 3-point shooting right now in this first half. And G Money mentions that the Mavs have outscored the Clippers 48-18 after trailing 18-2. That just lets you know, man, 16-30. That's a 46-point difference right there. So it's been a heck of a turnaround. So they're playing with confidence. If the Clips don't be careful and guard the perimeter, they'll fall down 1-0. I mean, yeah, we understand that. And remember, people in the chat were saying that it was possible that they could win the first game. Remember, though, this is a 7-game series. Now, you don't want to lose, obviously, the first game Clippers because you're the favorite to win. But still, it is a 7-game series. The most careful thing that you have to be careful is going down 0-2. That's what you don't want to avoid. But if you're the Clippers, though, you have to get your defensive intensity up because that's why they're struggling right now. They're very lackadaisical, and you can clearly see it. You can clearly see it on the floor after getting off to that good start. But they have to stop. They have to be able to defend without fouling, and they got to chase the Mavericks off that 3-point line, which they're not doing a good job of. And they're over doubling and over committing on Luka Doncic, which is why the Mavs are getting a lot of these 3-point looks. So they need to put him in more single coverage instead of doubling him every single time he touches. Because remember, Porzingis is on this team. They got 3-point snipers on here.
Yeah, for sure. Sure. They're going to have to get it together, man. Doc gonna get them together though, man. Doc gonna get them together.
There's Steve Ballmer. Nice little Clippers face mask right there. All right, take it away, D.
All right, guys. So we're back off commercial break. Kawhi Leonard back in the game for the Clippers. Gets the ball over Lou Will. Lou Will gives it to Markieff Morris. Back to Kawhi. Kawhi back behind the rim. Kawhi spins. Back outside to Paul George. 5 seconds on the clock. Paul George pulls up for 3. Can't hit. Zubac had the ball inside. Lost it. And did he foul? No, it's out on the Dallas Mavericks. All right, so the ball passed in up top to Zubac. Zubac gets it to Kawhi. Kawhi pulls up for the jumper. Bottom of the net. Kawhi scores 38-52, down to 12-point lead. Here comes DeLon Wright. DeLon Wright gives the ball right to Markieff Morris. Markieff Morris drives down the side. Turnaround jumper. Markieff Morris puts it in. 40, 50, 10-point lead. Here comes the LA Clippers. 6 minutes, 35 seconds left in the half. And it looks like Trey Burke inside to Kristaps, and Kristaps can't hit. And Kawhi almost loses the ball, but he gains control of it. Kawhi out on the wing. Finney Smith on the defense. Kawhi backs Finney Smith down. Finney Smith fouls Kawhi. Kawhi turnaround jumper can't hit. And will they give him the shot on that? That a shot attempt or no?
We'll see. Let's see. Look like Zubac. It looked like at first he kind of got some body, then it all ball. No, so no shot.
Oh, Lou Will at the top of the key gives it to Paul George. Paul George to Kawhi Leonard. Dribbles down inside. Kawhi back up top to Paul George. 3 seconds to shoot. Paul George crossover goes down inside and blocked by Porzingis. But Porzingis reacts to the foul and they tee up Porzingis. Wow, these referees are not playing, guys, with these technical fouls. So Porzingis waves his arm because he felt like that was a clean block. And they gave him a check.
Oh, that's a clean block. Wow.
No, he got his arm. He got his arm, though.
Left arm?
He hit his arm before he blocked.
Okay, I probably didn't see
it. He hit his right arm. He hit his right elbow before he blocked it.
All right, so Porzingis gets the technical. Paul George knocks down the free throw. 50-41 is the score, so both teams have been able to have double-digit leads in this game. 6:02 remaining in the first half. So Paul George is going to go to the free throw line to shoot 2 more. But again, the Clippers are having issues moving the basketball. They're doing too much one-on-one, which is the reason why they've been right now currently struggling right now and don't know what's going on right now. I guess they're still trying to argue, saying that Porzingis got that ball clean. Yeah, they already got quick whistles on the playoffs, man. Shout out to Jay. Appreciate you coming through the building, man. Yeah, the whistles are pretty quick. First free throw. Good. 50-42 is the score. Mavericks up by 8. As you can see, the virtual fans. Second free throw is good. Score is 50-43. The ball is inbounded to Trey Burke. Allen Iverson 2.0. There he goes. All right. I'm like, let's get it to the action, not the virtual fans. All right. So we got a screen set. Gets all the way to the paint. Dumps it into Porzingis. Porzingis pumps. Shoots a shot. Misses the shot. Rebound to Ivica Zubac. Gives the ball to Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard puts the ball between his legs. Decides to shoot the right-handed floater. And wow, rattles that one in. Nice shot by Kawhi Leonard. And just like that, the Dallas Mavericks have to call timeout. Clippers on a 9-0 run in this quarter in the last 118. So we got 5:39 remaining. And the score is 50-45 in favor of the Mavericks. Now the game has been cut down to 5. So on a commercial break. So nice little run by the Clippers after the Mavs just went up by 14 in this second quarter.
And a flip-flop game here, guys. We got the Clippers that go up by 18-2. and Dallas Mavericks dig back into this game and go up by 10. Now you have the Clippers coming back and bring that lead back down to 5. And to be honest, the Dallas Mavericks went up as much as 14-point lead. So quite a flip-flop game here. But I tell you something, defense wins games. So if we have a flip-flop game like this, I'm going to depend on the Clippers to go ahead and pull it through, because when you look on the defensive side of the ball, the Clippers definitely have the edge there. Definitely.
Yeah, and as well as the Mavericks have played offensively, their issue is that they can let you back in games because they start to get away from what gets them leads, and it's been like this the entire season. And also, if they get into a close game, you have to ask yourself, can you really trust the Mavericks? Even though it's a 0-0 season, it's been a theme all season. They've lost a lot of close games because of their poor execution. Give them credit, though, for taking it to the Clippers, because the Clippers are going to have to wake up and become better defensively. And hopefully Doc can get them to, but most importantly, get them to move the basketball, because they've been going a lot of one-on-one, but their defense is starting to pick up a little bit. Ron says, nice one-hander by Kawhi. I agree with that. That was a nice play. Yeah, Jay says this is the Mavs peak, so the Clippers are going to win this game. I'm like, I mean, most likely, we still got to see. I mean, there could be some surprises. We don't know yet, so that's the most likely thing because the Clippers are the favorites, but we'll see. All right, so we'll be coming back in just a second. Make sure to hit that like button, man. Hit the subscribe, man, for the Lewis Sports Network. Truly appreciate you guys for being here with Lewis and D, giving you the Mavericks and the Clippers. Me and D, we're going to be doing the Lakers against the Blazers tomorrow. So Damian Lillard, Carmelo Anthony, and those boys up there in Portland in the bubble against LeBron, AD, and the Los Angeles Lakers. That game, I believe, is at 8:30. But it should be
9 o'clock.
It's 9 o'clock? Okay.
Yeah, 9 o'clock. Yeah.
Yeah, but definitely stay tuned for that game. It's gonna be a good one. All right, so they're just showing some highlights right now. I guess Zubox is on the mic. Yeah, they do the wired stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Zubox wired. JJ Barea wired. Hey, JJ Barea. He's a little banged up right now, but he can come alive too. All right, guys. So Luka playing injured. Luka playing it out. Luka at the top of the key. Dribbles back. Gives the ball to Kristaps. Kristaps pulls up. Jumper. Kristaps rattles in. 52-45. Paul George with the ball. He's going to bring the ball down for the Clippers. Paul George out on the wing. Got Hardaway on the defense. Gets it over to Lou Will. Lou Will gets it to Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard dribbles behind the 3-point line. Kicks it to Lou Will for 3. Bottom on the net. 48-52. 4-point game. So Clippers bring that lead down there in the 4. Keebler with the ball on the wing. Kicks it to Luka Doncic. Back out to Keebler. Keebler up top for 3. And way off Brick City. Hits the backboard. Falls right into Zubac's hand. He gets it to Paul George. Paul George dribbles down inside, right on Kristaps Porzingis. Paul George scores. 2-point game. 50-52. Luka Doncic brings the ball down, and it looks like it's going to be a foul on Kawhi Leonard. He got a hold of Luka Doncic coming down.
Nice move on that last play by Paul George.
And a lot of these shooting guards like to take advantage of Kristaps Porzingis. Seen this happen to him with a lot of these shooting guards. He has quick feet, but not quick enough to challenge some of these guards with decent handles.
Yep.
So Kristaps Drains both free throws, bring that lead back up to 4 points. Paul George going to bring the ball down for the Clippers. Tim Hardaway, tight defense. Passes it to Zubac. Over to Lou Will. Lou Will gets it to Kawhi. Kawhi, step back jumper. Kawhi drains it. 52-54. 4 minutes, 15 seconds left in this half. Take it away, Lewis.
Luka Doncic goes around the screen, kicks it out for three-pointer. I guess that was Tim Hardaway Jr. He knocks down the three. Dallas goes back up by 5. 57-52 is the score. All right, so Kawhi Leonard's got it. Crosses over. Kicks it out to Paul George. Paul George shoots the floater, misses the shot. And the rebounder to Porzingis gives the ball to Luka Doncic. Luka Doncic gets a Porzingis screen. Luka decides to try to take a step back, can't get it. Gets the ball back from Porzingis, sets a screen. Luka Doncic puts the ball over, crosses over, but he loses another one. That's Luka's 8th turnover of the half. Lou Will gives it to a wide open Marcus Morris Sr., and he knocks down the three. And it's a 2-point game. 57-55 is the score. 3:15 remaining in the first half. So Seth Curry gives the ball to Porzingis, who then gives the ball to, is that Gilchrist? I think it is. That's Tim Hardaway. Shoots the three-pointer.
Jr.
Okay, that's Tim Hardaway Jr. Lou Williams crosses over, kicks it out to Marcus Morris Sr., shoots the jump shot, ties the game at 57. And we got a timeout.
So here come the Los Angeles Clippers back to an even game, guys. It's a new game, 57-57, 2 minutes, 49 seconds left in this half.
Remaining. And we are tied at 57 right now. Shout out to Ron. Ron says, like I said, Lou indeed the best two-man game in basketball. Jay says, we saw Nurkic at 4 and Whiteside at 5. One of the things I talked about with their bigs that will be used versus the Lakers to watch. Jay says, Clippers may have a 5-point lead or more by half. Normal Mavs letdown before half. Ron says, Portland exposed KP's pick-and-roll defense. And then Tomoko, shout out to Tomoko, 26 like. Appreciate you coming through as always, Tomoko. Again, make sure to smash the like button for both channels as you guys come in. Entertain the crowd real quick as I get some things done here. I'll be right back. Just give me about like 3 minutes.
All right, I got you, man. All right, guys. So we're back in off commercial break. So Kawhi Leonard, my man G Money, Ron in the building. Luka's a tough guy, man. Luka's in pain out there, but he's staying on the floor. And as a star player, that's what you got to do. It's the playoff, baby. You got to play hurt. So here comes Luka Doncic. Luka with Kawhi Leonard on defense, gives it to Cleaver. Cleaver over to Tim Hardaway Jr. for the three. So Tim Hardaway Jr. puts the Dallas Mavericks back up by 3. Here comes Lou Will. Lou Will gets the ball to Zubac. Zubac over to Kawhi. Kawhi at the top of the key. Kawhi pulls off a 3. Kawhi can't hit, but Zubac knocks the ball out of bounds, so it'll be Dallas's ball, 60-57. So here comes Luka Doncic. Luka Doncic is going to handle the ball, calls for the Cleveland screen, dribbles around Cleveland, goes down inside, and Luka scores the layup. 62-57, 5-point lead. Dallas back up. Zubac with the ball at the top of the key. Luka goes for the steal, can't get it. Kawhi gets the ball. Kawhi into Zubac. Zubac goes up for the layup, can't hit, but gets his own rebound, puts the ball back up. 59-62. 1 minute, 50 seconds left in the half. Here comes Luka Doncic. Luka pulls back and gets fouled, puts up a floater, but that was after the foul, so it's going to be Luka at the free throw line, actually. Dallas are there in the bonus now, so Luka will shoot 2. 1 minute, 44 seconds left in this half, guys. 62-59, Dallas Mavericks on the top. So Luka drains the first free throw, 63-59, and is looking good for those overs. I think it was set at 2:30 when I bet it. The line might have moved, guys, but when I put the bet in, it was at 2:30. And Luka drains it. All right, guys. So Luka Doncic drains both free throws, 64-59. 1 minute, 35 seconds left. Paul George gets the ball over to Lou Will. Lou Will drives down inside, gives it to Zubac inside for the dunk. 61-64. Nice pass by Lou Will. Here comes Luka Doncic with the ball. Has Paul George on the defense. Luka goes down inside, dishes the ball off to Kristaps. Kristaps up for the dunk, but gets fouled going up for the dunk. So Kristaps will go to the line for 2. 64-61, 3-point game. Kristaps trying to extend that lead. Nice pass by Luka Doncic, and Paul George probably should have just let Kristaps have that dunk. Not going to get up high enough to block that. Kristaps is 7 foot tall, and he can actually jump a little bit. So I think that was a bad foul by Paul George. So Kristaps drains the first free throw. That'll be 13 points for him. He's 3 of 7 from the field, 4 rebounds. Kristaps up for the second free throw. And he drains that. So 5-point lead to the Dallas Mavericks, 66-61. Minute and 10 seconds left in the half. Lou Will pulls up for 3, and Lou Will, bottom of the net. Lou Will brings this game back within 2 points. Tim Hardaway Jr. with the ball. Tim Hardaway out on the wing, drives down inside, kicks it back to Kleber. Kleber for 3. Kleber knocks it down. It's a 3-point shootout. Here we go. Under a minute, 69-64. Lou Will with the ball. We know this guy can light it up. Lou Will steps back for the 3. Lou Will can't hit. Seth Curry comes down with the ball. Seth Curry full speed ahead. Here comes Seth out on the wing. Have Markieff Morris on the defense. Seth dribbles around Morris, kicks the ball behind the back to Porzingis. But Porzingis can't drain the 3-pointer. Zubac with the rebound. 30 seconds on the shot clock. And Lou Will foul driving down inside. So Lou will go to the line for 2. See if he can close this game within 3 points. 30 seconds left in the half, guys. And it's actually heating up here right at the half. And these guys scoring these 3-pointers, making it look really good for my prediction here.
All right, guys, I'm back.
My man Lewis is back, and Lou Will misses the first free throw. So take it away, Lewis.
All right, so we got a 69-64 game right now. Clippers are trailing by 5, and Lou Will misses the first free throw. I love the fact that this mic has got a mic stand, so now I don't have to kind of reach into the mic. I could just talk into it. Montrezl Harrell checks into the game, guys. 30.2 seconds remaining. Dallas has played extremely well in the first half. Clippers have to turn up their defensive intensity to take them out of the game. All right, so here's Lou Will's second free throw attempt. Is good. 69-65 is the score. Luka Doncic has got it. Gets a screen from – is that good? Gilchrist? No, Tim Hardaway Jr. All right, so we have we got about a 6-second difference between shot clock to game clock. There goes Reggie Jackson, the flash. To get the ball to Tim Hardaway, loses the rock. And Harrell, how about – look at that with the steal. Takes it all the way to the basket. And Luka is called for the foul with 9 seconds remaining. And Luka, you got to be careful. Can't get yourself a technical. So he's going to raise his hands up, but he's pretty pissed about it. So Montrezl Harrell will go to the line to shoot 2 free throws in a 69-65 game. Let's see. Initially, he got ball, but then there was a follow through, and then getting the foul on that, which is why he got the call. This is why Harrell got the call. But it's been a shootout.
That was a high arcing free throw.
Mm-hmm. I think that's why Harold misses his shots. Sometimes because he shoots it so up there, he doesn't have enough arc for the finish. Because it's like you want to put a little more force in your free throw, but because he shoots it so high, it looks so light, which is why he misses a lot. Which is why he's not that as good of a free throw shooter. So he needs to put it with a little more force. That way his free throws won't be so short. But he did make that one. So
down south, man, I wouldn't worry about the Clippers down by 31 versus the Warriors. Champs were taking over. Clippers allowing Las Vegas betting odds to go up before the Clippers cash out and rob the bank again. Yeah, man, I wouldn't. Doncic comes all the way down, puts it up, and can't hit. So we'll go into the half. 3-point lead by the Dallas Mavericks after being down by 16 points early in the first quarter, guys. And they'll go into the half with a 69-66 lead over top of the Clippers. But yeah, damn sad. I feel you, bro. You know, these odds and numbers they get really kooky and crazy. But great showing by the Mavericks right now, I'll tell you that. And my man Lewis is probably gonna go cook up these halftime stats for us, guys. And why he does that, you know, I'll tell you something. Defense for the Dallas Mavericks and turnovers for the Clippers, surprisingly. Like, being a little sloppy with the ball. I mean, you know, you're going to expect to see defense from the Clippers, and that's probably what's really keeping them in this game. But, you know, turning the ball over, they're going to have to cut that out. As far as the Dallas Mavericks, you know, they lighten it up on the boards, guys. They're putting up points. But we've seen so many teams in the past put up points. But you can't get those defensive stops, and you can't, you know, guard that perimeter better. And, you know, Kristaps Porzingis, come on, man. You're 7 foot tall. You got to be a little tougher down there in the hole and this type of stuff. Dallas just got to get better with their defense. You know, these guards are utilizing Kristaps Porzingis as a crutch for the Mavericks. They're dribbling all around this guy, and they're getting in for the easy score. And you're seeing this done by different teams, so they're going to have to do something to adjust to that. But outside of that, you know, Dallas are on top. Let's see what they can do to try to hang on to that lead. I know that, again, like I said, guys, defense is the key because you can't rely on the Clippers to continue turning that ball over. So Lewis wanted to serenade us a little bit, but that must mean that that's the alarm. The dinner's done. So what you got for the halftime stats, brother?
I got scored 69-66 in the first half. Dallas Mavericks up by 3. So looking at the stats for both teams, in terms of individual players, we have Porzingis and Luka pretty much carrying the Dallas Mavericks. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s got 11 points. Luka Doncic has got 19 points, 6 assists, 5 rebounds, 2 steals. Porzingis has got 14, got to the line 8 times. So did Luka. Both of them were pretty efficient from the free throw line. The only thing is, though, Luka's got 7 turnovers. So that, given some extra possessions for the Clippers, you probably would still be up by more points had you not given up extra possessions to the Clippers. And Seth Curry with 9 points off the bench. And so Dallas as a team shoots 56.8%. They shoot 57% from 3 and 93.8% from the free throw line. That tells you that the Clippers have got to do a better job with their defense, especially their 3-point defense. For the Clippers, Kawhi Leonard's got 15. Marcus Morris Sr. chipped in with 12, so good job by G-Money mentioning him. And then you have 15 by Paul George. Even though he is struggling shooting the ball, he did get to the free throw line and has hit 2 threes. And Lou Williams has got 9 off the bench. For the Clippers, they've also shot the 3 ball very well. 47%, 54% from the field for the Clippers. So they're shooting well. Just at the free throw line, they're only 8 of 11. So Dallas is getting to the line more than they are. And if you're Dallas, 13 turnovers in the first half. That's just way too many turnovers. That's the reason that they're still in the game. Assists are about even, 12-11 in favor of Dallas. The rebounding is pretty close, 17-15 in favor of Dallas. But the key thing is the turnovers is why the Clippers are still in this game. But the reason the Clippers gave up the lead is because they allowed the three-point shooting of Dallas to get cooking late first quarter, early second. And ladies and gentlemen, those are your first half stats right here on the Lewis Sports Network with the Godfather Jefferson.
That's what's up, man. So, pretty interesting game. I kind of saw it going like this, but I thought that the Clippers would be going into the half with the lead. I didn't expect Dallas to be going into the half with the lead. I didn't expect the Clippers to open the game up with a 16-point lead, blow it either. So this game is kind of kooky right now. But, you know, it's the halftime. The coaches get back there in that locker room and they give their guys their motivational speech or whatever it takes to get into their head the changes that need to be made. And as I said, the Clippers got to take care of the ball. I mean, you know, that's basically what they got to do. They're playing defense pretty well, but Dallas is just putting up numbers right now. And, you know, they're one of those teams, but again, that can't take you all the way. You know, we seen what happened with the Houston Rockets. They can put up numbers, but you get deep into those playoffs and it's going to be a little more than that because you're going to have teams that can put up numbers as well, but they can defend better than you. Defense is half the game, so you can't get that defense together. They can, you know, win some games and cause some teams trouble, but they can't really beat the upper echelon without getting their defense in order. So that's what I see with the Dallas Mavericks. But they look good right now.
Speaking,
I will say that. What's that? What was that, Lewis?
Oh no! For some reason they cut off. That's why I don't know. I don't know if he was finished speaking, so I kind of waited a bit until to see if he was still speaking because I didn't hear like the last parts that you were saying.
Oh no, I'm finished.
All right, man. Tomoko says, and shout out to Mark. He says he's got to go to sleep. All right, man. Take care. Tomoko says, hey, I watched highlights montage of Kareem. I didn't watch a whole game, but I did learn some compared him to Shaq. Jay says Kareem being compared to Shaq, what were they watching? They even dominated differently, which is true. Kareem dominated with a sky hook, and Shaq dominated with brute force. Ron says a shootout. Yep. Tomoko says Professor X and Magneto were pretty good as intellectual rival characters. Those are facts. That was a very well first half, Ron, which is why we have a 69-66 game. The Mavs surprised me hanging on to the lead going into the half. Yeah, like D was mentioning, which is a good point, because you kind of thought the Clippers would kind of get it together after blowing the lead and then trailing with the Mavericks, but then they would kind of get the lead, but the Mavericks kept holding on to the lead. So they held on. We got to give them credit. G-Money says the Mavs have done a good job withstanding the Clipper runs, but they need to defend harder and limit turnovers. I don't know if they can defend harder. I feel like their defense is going to be their offense just because they're not a good defensive team. Zubox and Lou Will are contributed to. Yeah, good point on Zubox. He's got 8 points on 4 or 5 from the field, so he's been a positive. Jay says the Mavs outshoot you. Their defense lets you back in any game when they struggle with their threes. Third quarter is going to be huge either way. This is where the Mavericks tend to kind of struggle a bit. It's in these third quarters, especially when they have leads in the half. Their biggest problem is in the fourth quarter down the stretch. Mavs have drilled 12 threes, and if they could keep hitting threes, they might win tonight. Yeah, as long as the Clippers keep allowing them, yeah, they could win. Tomoko says, for those of you who don't know what a water jet cutter is, which one do you think would cut through which? Water shot from a water jet cutter or a katana? Good question. Jay says that's before the third quarter. Usually at this rate means Mavs have peaked with their three consistency. MKG has hit 2 threes after he hit 5 of 20 downtown in the season. Seth Curry shooting like Steph right now. I would probably say even more efficient than Steph, but that's only because of the fact that he doesn't have the ball in his hands as much as Steph does. And even then, so Steph plays without off the ball too. Tomoko says, is it true that Tyson Fury is... Really? Did not know. Fury is the champion either way. Yeah, exactly. You ain't paying attention now, but...
He said, is it true that Tyson Fury is what?
He said if he was gay. That's what he asked. I don't know. I really don't even know.
Oh, who knows, man? Who knows? People saying that to Moko because he kissed one of his trainers in the mouth, but like I said, people don't understand different cultures. You know, different cultures. Some men kiss men in the mouth, but some people just, I don't know, man. I don't know to tell you the truth. Who knows? People say he got a wife. That doesn't matter. I know men with wives that are gay. It could be. Who cares? He's the champion.
He's the reigning, defending champion right now.
That's what I say.
Jay says his style is different. It works for him. Champion. I agree. Tim Hardaway is balling too. Kleber needs to help out if Dallas wants the upset. KP has been okay, but he needs to feast down low. The way that I see this is that I do agree that KP should be trying to get more interior baskets. Kleber could help out with the threes, but Dallas has been pretty much good in the first half. They have to pretty much hope that their sustained shooting can sustain in the second half. The Clippers just really have to tighten up their defense, and they have to just move the ball on offense because, like I said, when they start to go one-on-one and their shots don't fall, especially because the Clippers are a jump shooting team. So if they're not hitting their threes, what happens is their defense starts to get lackadaisical. They start to allow baskets in transition. And even in the half court, they tend to overcommit when they go on their cross matches with their switches, which leaves a lot of open looks for some of the other teams, whatever team they go up against. So, and that's why Dallas has been able to hit 3 threes because they've been overcommitting on Luka Doncic, which they don't really need to as much because he's gonna get his points. But you want to shut down those other players on the Mavericks because they can shoot the 3 ball very well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if I'm the Clippers, I chase the Mavs off the 3-point line and force them to put the ball on the floor. Have them take more mid-range shots, especially because if you're one of the better 3-point shooting teams, is the mid-range like officially dead? I would say like not really. It's just that it's rarely used, and there's very few players who rarely use it. So what you would do is you chase a good shooting team off the 3-point line and make them take more mid-range shots because it's something that they don't normally take, especially if the 3 ball is your weapon. So with Dallas, with the Clippers, the 2 of the better 3-point shooting teams in the league. But the Clippers have a couple of mid-range scorers in Paul George and Kawhi Leonard. So that's why they could kind of offset that a little bit.
Markieff too.
Markieff as well, that's right. But like I said, if you're the Clippers, you want to force the Mavs off that 3-point line.
Yeah, and I tell you something, man. You guys just pay attention. The stars on both sides, really. Hardaway Jr., Luka Doncic, Stafford Davis. And then on the other side, Paul George, Morris, Kawhi Leonard. And hell, even Lou Will almost double digits himself. He has 9 points. The stars are doing what they're supposed to do. So offensively, like both teams are doing what they're supposed to do. And what does that tell you? And I keep saying this. It's going to come down to defense. If you have to rely on defense in 2 teams, we have a whole half of basketball to play here. Guys are going to start getting tired. And if I have to rely on defense, I'm going to rely on the Clippers. So I'm looking for the Clippers to bring this game back under control somewhere here mid-third quarter, take over and put it to bed. That's what I think. I think that's how this game is going.
Now, Winetta mentioned saying that Lou Will is a good mid-range shooter. I think Lou Will is good when he's not contorting his body to the left or to the right, because when he fades away either side, he makes his shot more difficult. I think when he's doing a little more, when he shot that 3 in the second quarter, and he shot a more standstill 3, Luka actually had, Lou Will actually had good rotation on the basketball, and he was able to knock the shot down. I just think that when Lou Will starts to move when he shoots, as he shoots, he makes the shot more difficult. Yeah, he can knock those down, but especially in the playoffs, like those shots can be really long, and it's like if you're not hitting those shots, Lou Will is not as effective, when he's not knocking those shots down. So it's kind of like you need Lou Will to be hot. But if I'm Lou Will, I try to get myself set with some of these jumpers. And if you happen to start feeling it, like if it's if you're up by like double digits or something like that, then I probably say, you could take a chance on like those shots or whatever. But I just don't like taking them in a close game. So, but again, guys, we are at the start of the third quarter. So they're just still warming up right now for game one. So we are getting started for that third quarter. Like I said, like we've all been saying in the chat, just for them, they just got to make sure that the defense is tighter, man. And Shaman and Jackson, they're gonna have to, man. Juanetta says she agrees about sweet Lou wings. Right. Speaking of wings, I was at Wingstop and I had myself some lemon pepper wings. And then when I had them, they were boneless. If I had them on bone, it made me think of Lou Will when I had them. I'm like, I'm ordering the Lou Will special. And by the way, the first three letters of my name is Lou, as it is anyway. So it's like, I don't know. But all right, so they're just showing the highlights of the first half and all the 3-point shots, because that's the focus. Dallas is 12 of 21 from 3-point range. So like we were all saying, defense needs to be tight. And Jay makes a good point. When Luka starts to take those step back threes is when he could take the Dallas Mavericks out of the game, because you want Luka to beat you if they're crowding the shooters. All right, take it away, D. Start of the third quarter.
All right. Paul George with the ball. Gives it to Zubac over to Morris. Morris gives it to Kawhi. And look like it's a little action down there between Keebler and Morris. Look like they're going to call the foul on Keebler. Look like to me Morris kicked at him. But, all right, it's all calmed down now. Foul on Keebler. Patrick Beverly gets the ball into Morris. Morris over to Kawhi. Kawhi dribble has Keebler on him. Thought about the three. Kicks it to Paul George. 4 seconds to shoot. Paul George drives down the side. Little light flow to Zubac fighting for the ball. Can't get it. Looks like Finney Smith comes down with the rebound. So Luka Doncic playing a whole lot of minutes is Luka Doncic with the ball in his hand. Dribbles around Paul George, kicks the ball in the corner to Finney Smith. Finney Smith can't hit the three, but Keebler snatches down the rebound, gives him a second chance, and he can't hit the three again. Keebler smacks the ball out, but Kawhi Leonard picks it up. Here comes Kawhi. Backs down Hardaway Jr. Kicks the ball in the corner to Morris for three, but Morris can't hit. Zubac down low, fighting for the ball. Zubac fighting hard for the ball. Good job by Dallas on boxing him out. Tim Hardaway with the ball on the wing kicks it to Porzingis. Porzingis over to Luka. Luka dribbles down inside in the corner to Kleber. Kleber up top to Porzingis. It's going to be over and back by Dallas. Turnover by Dallas, 69-66, 3-point game. Take it away, Lewis.
And once again, like I said about the first half, giving up extra possessions. That's the Mavericks' 14th turnover. They had 13 in the first half. This is the reason why the Clippers were in the game. 7 of the 13 by Luka. So, Dallas, you need to take care of the basketball. Shout out to London R. Skid, man. He says Mavs in 5. Okay. And it says on everything. All right. Looks like we got a Mavericks fan. All right, shout out to London. All right, so Paul George gets the ball off the screen, shoots a three-pointer. He can't hit. Rebound is to Max Kleber. Gives the ball to Luka Doncic. Early third quarter, 69-66 game. One possession. Luka takes it all the way to the rack. Tries to draw the foul. Does not get the call. Rebound is to Marcus Morris. He brings the ball close up and then gives the ball to Paul George. Paul George has got Kleber. Face Kleber. Nice inside pass to Zubac. Went with the left hand, but a shot is too strong. Beverly fights for that offensive rebound. George sets himself, shoots a three-pointer, misses the shot. And the rebound is to Porzingis. And here come the Mavericks, slowly coming up in the half court. Both teams are without a field goal right now. Clippers 0 for 7. The Mavericks are 0 for 6. Here comes Porzingis, shoots a three-pointer. Wow, misses badly. Rebound to Patrick Beverly. Here come the Clippers back in on the left side of the floor. Gives it to Paul George in the middle. Tries to dump it to Zubac. And we got another foul on Patrick Beverly. That's just not a smart play by Bev. That's going to be his 4th foul.
I don't agree with that foul. I don't agree with that foul because it looked like Beverly had the inside. And they get ready to show it again.
So that was
I don't know. Yeah. If he'd have got his hands on the ball, maybe not, but he didn't. Nice defense by Zubac, but Luka Doncic, high arcing Not over top of Zubac, but great defense by Zubac. So here comes Kawhi Leonard, pull up jumper. Kawhi can't hit, and Zubac is crashing boards, constantly fighting for those rebounds down there, but he's all alone. Somebody need to come down there and crash boards with him. Looks like we're gonna have turnover. So words going by. Oh, so some shoving going on. We're gonna get some text here. Look like Markieff Morris got into it with Kristaps Porzingis. Here come Luka and Markieff. They talking it out.
All right, so Markieff and Luka talking. Luka's complaining that Markieff kind of like pulled him with his arm. Well, both players are. I mean, here's the thing though. I like this because both teams honestly really need it, just with the way that, things are kind of going. I like, you always like the kind of chippiness in the playoffs. Nothing was major right here. I mean, he grabbed him on the arm a little bit. Okay. Luka got upset about it. There were some words exchanged. You take it and you kind of move on. I mean, there were some words. I like the fact that Porzingis came in and he kind of shoved him. All right. And so we got a both shove. I mean, this is typical though. We don't really ever we don't ever see flips flying. It's always push, shove, and that's it. That's today's league. That's today's league.
That little scene right there kind of reminds you of the 90s, though. Remember, the 90s, you used to have a lot of that right there going on back in the 90s.
I mean, the crazy part was, though, in the 90s, man, it'd be we talking about face-to-face, bump. We talking about wanted to throw hands up. I mean, they tapped it. Good job by Beverly, removing him right away. Temper's flaring a little bit.
Before Beverly snatched him, they tapped it out. Like, they was cool. They was cool about it. Beverly just snatched him away. Probably still was a good thing to snatch him away. Since everything cool now, let it die. Somebody get attacked.
I just think for me though, it's like, again, you got to be careful. So what they're gonna call here? See what the referees end up calling for this.
Oh, Porzingis is out.
They kicked him out for the push?
No. He got a tackle earlier in the game. Remember, he got a tackle when he got mad at the referee.
That's right.
So that's his second technical foul. Porzingis is out.
That's gonna hurt because now
that's detrimental, guys. That's detrimental.
Dang, that hurts the Mavericks big time now, because now they can focus on Luka Doncic, and that's now he has to pretty much kind of. Let's see how Luka Doncic reacts to this. I mean, remember, this is the first playoff game, and it's unfortunate Porzingis got kicked out. So now he has to remember he can't stay in the – this is, as bad as it is for Dallas, it's a learning experience for Porzingis. He now knows that he can't get himself kicked out, man, for this. He understands that now. So this is a learning experience, and
I don't like Jeff Van Gundy, they're being media. Well, let's go. Patrick Beverly shoots the three-pointer, drains it, bottom of the net. Patrick Beverly. So let's get back to the game, guys. But 71-69. Go ahead, Lewis. Let's give these guys some more commentary.
All right, man. 2-point game. Here we go. Luka Doncic shoots the. Was that a foul on Patrick Beverly? Because if that is, that's his fifth foul.
Yeah. Right. While they talking that out, I was just gonna say Jeff Van Gundy and them are already starting that media garbage where they say he got kicked out for that. He didn't get kicked out for that. That was his second technical foul. That's why he got kicked out. But here we go. Luka Doncic with the ball at the top of the key, guys. Yeah, it is. Straight set up. Luka dribbles it around the screen and barrels inside of Paul George. So Luka called for the offensive foul. So Dallas is going to have to settle down, man. The Clippers are going to quickly come back, especially with Porzingis being out of the game now.
And just like you mentioned, D, you see that reaction by him in the first half was the technical. See, now they're showing it, but he didn't get kicked out because of that. It was he got that second technical. And so we got a foul now on Luka Doncic. So he puts his hand up. It's going to be either him or Gilchrist.
And that's four on Doncic.
And listen, they they can't function without Doncic neither because there's no floor general after that. Lou Will with the basketball. Kawhi Leonard gets a screen from Zubac. Kawhi takes it all the way to the rack. Nice aggressive move, but he can't hit. Shot a little too strong off the glass. Rebound is to Kleber. Here comes Luka Doncic. Let's see what Luka's made of right here, man. So he's going to face some doubles. They give the ball to Tim Hardaway Jr. Knocks down the jump shot. Dallas up by 4, 73-69. Paul George gets the inbound. He's bringing the ball up left side of the court. All right, so we get a solid little screen by Marcus Morris. He tried to go behind the back, but Kleber stays in front of him. Marcus Morris dribbles left, gets in post position on Finney Smith, takes a turnaround, and knocks down the shot. Nice play by Marcus Morris Sr. 73-71 is the score. Take it away, D.
Luka Doncic with the ball. Luka drives down the inside, blocked by Zubac. Here comes Lou Will. Lou Will for the Clippers. Lou Will out on the wing. Crosses up. It looks like Lou crossed up Gilchrist and pulled the foul, so that's going to be a foul on Kid Gilchrist. 16 seconds on the shot clock. Non-shooting foul. Lou Will gets the ball into Morris. Morris with Luka on the defense. Shoots over the top of Luka, bottom of the net. Morris. Tie game again, guys. 73-73. 7 minutes left in the third quarter. Here comes Luka Doncic. Luka Doncic at the top of the key. Got Morris on the defense. Then there's a switch. And it looks like it's going to be a foul on Finney Smith. He came and bodied Paul George on the defense. So that's another turnover by the Dallas Mavericks, guys. Looks like we have an opposite of what we just had in that second quarter. Dallas being sloppy with the ball and giving the ball back to the Clippers, and that's a bad thing to do when you just lost Kristaps Porzingis. So Marquise Morris with the ball pulls up for the jumper. Morris can't hit. Zubac fighting down inside again. Zubac's inside for the dunk, and the Clippers go up by 2 points. Rick Carlisle wants to talk about it. Timeout. Dallas Mavericks. So, this is probably about the time we're going to see the Clippers start to take over this game. And just as Lewis mentioned, now they can focus a little more on Luka Doncic. You know, now when they collapse Luka Doncic, you don't have Kristaps Porzingis out there for him to kick that ball out to. It may not be as much of a mistake now to collapse on Luka Doncic. And I was mistaken too, guys. They said Luka Doncic's foul count is 3. I could have sworn it was 4, but luckily for Dallas, it is 3, so he has 3 more fouls to give. But they don't need him in foul trouble. You know, both of your stars gone. Really, I think he can hang it up now because it was an uphill battle with Kristaps Porzingis in the game. With the loss of Kristaps Porzingis, I mean, who's going to pick up there? You know, just really a matter before the Clippers take over and stretch the lead. Hopefully, they still make it over 230 points with Kristaps gone. I hope he don't blow
that. Right. Shout out to Butters D. Says time for the others to step up. Clips are colder than ice cream in the third. They are frigid 0 for 8. Well, as soon as we quickly say that, they went up 75-73. So that was just a while back that G Money mentioned. Shout out to Anthony L. Appreciate you. Was good. Lewis and D was good to the chat. Karam says that Porzingis got infected. Wow. Yep. Yeah. Right now, Marcus Morris Sr., he's taking over in the third quarter, so he's playing very well. Jay says, I don't see the refs being this tight after all the game ones. G Money says, Clips on a 6-0 run since KP got ejected. You want to be battle tested in the playoffs. It's going to help them down the road. Oh, absolutely. Morris is balling right now. So this is a good sign for the Clippers that Marcus Morris, who a lot of people were concerned about because he didn't look good when he first got traded here, but he's playing well against Dallas. And sometimes against a series like this, against I'm not going to call – I don't want to say that Dallas is a tune-up, but, you know, because they're expected to win and they're expected to, you know, end the series kind of quick, you know, this is going to be good for Morris going into the second round, helping with the Clippers, especially with the fact that Pat Bev is, you know, dealing with some things along with an injury. Montrez is just coming back and playing after the death of his grandmother. You know, you still got to get Shamet a little bit acclimated because he hasn't played well. So, you know, this is good. So it'll get them to be able to kind of come together as a team. Now, are they going to have much time to practice? Obviously, no, because they're playing every other day for this first round. So, but
Montrezl Harrell and Wcqf Nurkic lost their grandmothers, man.
yeah,
Blessings to those guys and their families. They both lost their grandmothers here over the past week.
And Nurkic had a 2020 game on Saturday. Played the game of his life after his grandmother passed away. Right. All right, so Donovan Mitchell, career high, 57 points in a playoff game. Jamal Murray, 36. Third most ever in a playoff game. Jason Tatum had 32 and Fred VanVleet had 30 in the win for the Toronto Raptors.
So all of their playoff highs?
Yeah, all of them. All of them, those are career highs. Career playoff highs.
Pretty cool. So Luka Doncic in with the ball, guys. 2-point lead. Clippers back on top. Luka with the ball. Luka pulls up, passes the ball off to Finney. Dribbles around the Finney screen. Luka inside. Luka gets stuck. Finney Smith, 2 seconds to shoot. Luka, long 3-pointer. Luka, bottom of the net. Throws up a miracle and cashes in 76-75. 1-point lead. Dallas back on top. Here comes Kawhi Leonard with the ball. Luka Doncic on the defense. Kawhi gives the ball off to Morris. Morris, mismatch. Steph Curry on him. Morris gives up the mismatch, gives it back to Kawhi. Kawhi dribbles down on Luka. Turnaround dumper. Kawhi hits it. 77-76. Here we go, guys. Lead exchange. 1-point game. Luka Doncic with the ball. Dribbles around the Finney Smith screen. Luka gives it to Finney Smith. Finney Smith for 3. Can't hit. Kawhi Leonard comes down with the rebound. He'll bring the ball down for the Clippers. Pulls up for 3. Kawhi Leonard can't hit. Goes down, gets his own rebound, and loses the ball. Kawhi Leonard hollering at the ref. Kawhi, don't cry. You know, they quick on the whistle. They'll give you that tech, young fella. Take it away, Lewis.
Never seen Kawhi show this much personality. Unbelievable. Anyway, 77-76. Luka Doncic gives the ball to Kleber. Another screen is set by Finney Smith. Luka shoots a 3-pointer, and he airballs that, so the ball will go out of bounds. And like Jay was talking about, he did make a step-back 3 last possession. But how long can he make those? Because the more he takes those and you see things like short rim or airball, that's when you know you got the Mavericks beat. All right, so let's see what happens because there's no Porzingis in this game. 77-76. Lemon Pepper Lou gives the ball to Zubac. Zubac gives it to Kawhi Leonard, gets to his spot, kicks it out to Paul George for 3, knocks it down. Big shot by Paul George. Clippers up by 4, 80-76. Back come the Mavericks. Clipper fans excited. All right, Tim Hardaway Jr. gives it to Finney Smith, then gives it back to Tim Hardaway Jr. for 3. He can't hit. Rebound is to Paul George. Paul George brings it up, gets a screen by Zubac, takes it all the way to the rack. And looks like we got an offensive foul on Paul George for barreling right through Kleber, and the Mavericks will get the ball back down by 4, 80-76 in the third quarter. We got a back and forth game, ladies and gentlemen. So it's looking like the fourth quarter is going to be it's going to be a barn burner. So Paul George and Zubac, they sit. He's got 18 points. He's struggling, 6 of 16 from the field. He is 3 of 8 from 3-point range. All right, so he'll sit. So Kawhi, you still got the other star, Kawhi Leonard, in the game. All right, Luka Doncic brings it up. Being guarded by Marcus Morris. Gets a screen from Finney Smith. Hardaway comes off the screen, shoots a 3-pointer, but he can't hit. Ball is short. Rebound is to Kawhi Leonard. Montrezl Harrell is also in. Kawhi Leonard puts the ball between his legs. Takes a 3-pointer. Too long. Rebound is to Seth Curry. Seth Curry comes back. Gives it to Luka. Luka kicks it out to Kleber. Drives left on Kawhi Leonard. Seth Curry catches the ball on the jump shot. Shoots a 3-pointer. Can't hit the shot. Rebound, Lou Will. Take it away, D.
All right, so it looked like Doc going to call a timeout. And he gets on Montrezl Harrell. He's like, hey, you got to cut to the damn basket. What are you doing? You cut to the damn basket. At least it looks like that's what Doc said to me. But Doc wants to talk about it. I would tell you guys what, man, is what I was saying at the halftime. You go. I wanted to say this, Lewis. I don't think we're gonna have a barn burner. I think what is it? Close to 4 minutes left in this quarter. I think they're gonna stretch the lead. I think they're gonna end this quarter by 10 points, double digits or more. And they're gonna actually start to pull away in the fourth quarter. Cause it's just like I was talking about earlier during the halftime. You know, guys are gonna get tired. And these jump shots, it's not called a jump shot for nothing. You know, they're using their legs and they're going to get tired. Once they get tired, those shots are not going to be falling like that. Defense takes over. When you have to rely on defense, Dallas is not going to cut it. Now you got Kristaps Porzingis out of the game. No, I see the Clippers extending this lead to 10 before the fourth and then stretching it in the fourth and taking over the game. But we shall see. We shall see.
Well, that's a good point because Ron mentioned in the comments section that the Mavericks can't hit a shot. And D's absolutely right. Once you start missing shots, that just lets you know you're starting to lose your legs. And then you also have to remember you got to play the Clippers on the other end of the floor. And it does not help that Porzingis got ejected because that would have taken pressure off of Luka Doncic because now he has to exert even more energy. Now he's used to doing this, but again, this is the playoffs now. This isn't the regular season. And what Luka's going to quickly learn is the way that they game plan you in the regular season is not the way they're going to game plan you in the playoffs. When you're facing a team for 7 games, they see you pretty much every single game. So this is a learning experience, but I mean, we'll see what happens, but most likely it could happen like that. Like Dee said, like they're close right now, but the more the Mavs miss, the Clippers are going to start to extend that lead. And then in the fourth quarter, they're just going to pretty much pull away at some point. I mean, we'll see. We'll see. But I think that possibly might happen as Dee predicted, most likely.
And check it out, too, guys. Y'all do know there's dirty stuff in basketball. People try to say, you know, basketball is not really as physical, but they know Luka's hurting. And just like Lewis said, it's a 7-game series. Don't think the guys are not shoving little knees into that eye. You know what I mean? Kicking at that. They're punishing them. You see how many times Luka's hitting the ground? They're doing this intentionally. They're trying to make him hurt more. You know, it's dirty business. But if they get this guy, you know, he's at 80%, let's knock him down to 68%. You know, that's a strategy. Believe it or not, I'm telling you guys now, that's definitely a strategy. They're pounding Luka Doncic.
And y'all saw Kristaps Porzingis get ejected there. So now his lesson learned is he knows he cannot get technicals, and he's got to be able to stay on the floor. Because now they're going to, like Dee said, they're going to come real hard at Luka Doncic now. And he's going to be even more tired trying to force all these plays. Kawhi Leonard shoots a jump shot. He scores. 6-point lead for the LA Clippers. Take it away, Dee.
All right, guys. So is Big Boban gets the ball into Luka. And waiting for Boban to get back down the court. Steph Curry with the ball at the top of the key. Steph Curry gets the ball back over to Luka. Luka with Morris on the defense. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Luka Doncic spins inside, turns around, gets the ball to Boban. But nice of Lou Williams to get into that passing lane, steal the ball. Lou Williams back down the other end for 3, but he can't hit. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes down with the ball. Here comes Tim Hardaway Jr. at the top of the key. Hardaway dribbles inside, floater. Hardaway can't hit. Looks like Kawhi Leonard with the rebound. Kawhi will bring the ball down and get fouled. So it's a foul away from the loose ball foul. So the Clippers will bring the ball in. My computer is dying. I'll charge it up. All right, guys. So, like, Rick Carlisle is going to call a timeout. So, timeout by Dallas. 76-82. Clippers back on top 3 minutes, 17 seconds left in the third quarter. For anybody just checking in, Luka Doncic has been ejected from the game, picked up 2 technical fouls, picked up a technical foul earlier, complaining about an official call. And then he got mixed up with Marcus Morris, and it was a double technical foul, but that ended up being Luka Doncic's second foul, so he was ejected from the game. So Dallas is fighting to try and win and stay in this game without Luka Doncic finding themselves down by 6 here in this third quarter. Referees are looking over. What are they looking over right here, Lewis? Do you know?
I'm not too sure what they're looking at. Jay was trying to tell you wait. Oh, wait. Did Luka get all ball? Because I think they called a foul.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it was a foul. He swiped for the ball. He hit Kawhi Leonard across the hand. They called a foul, but he didn't knock the ball out, but he hit him across the hand. So that's a foul to me.
What was I gonna say? But G Money says that the Mavs need to use mid-range shots. The Mavs are not a mid-range jump shooting team. Their job is shooting threes and penetration to the rim, which is what Luka is. And Porzingis is their best.
Success. They gave it to Doc. They said a successful challenge. I mean, they gave it to Rick Carlisle. No foul.
Mm-hmm. All right. Take it away, D. Clippers inbound.
I think they did that because they felt sorry because they had to kick Kristaps out the game. They didn't want to put Luka in foul trouble. All right, guys. So the ball passed in to Kawhi Leonard. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Here comes Kawhi Leonard out on the wing. Got Finney Smith on the defense. Kawhi working on Finney Smith. Kawhi backs down Finney Smith. Tries to get the ball inside. Luka with the deflection. Here comes Steph Curry. Gets the ball to Hardaway Jr. Back up top to Luka. Luka comes down and side steps. Wow, crazy Euro step and one-hander inside by Luka Doncic, 78-82. Luka doing it all. Montrezl Harrell with the ball at the top of the key. Passes it to Lou Will. Lou Will inside, floater. Lou Will, foul. Goes to the line. Lou Will with a chance to convert on a three-point play. Here comes the Clippers, guys. Like I said, I think they're going to stretch this lead to about 10 going into this fourth quarter. Dallas are still fighting, though, man. They're fighting. Luka Doncic doing everything he can. They better be careful of Luka Doncic. If they get too far behind, I would suggest they just sit him and make sure that he doesn't get hurt because he's already playing injured. And Lou Will is able to convert on the three-point play. So it's 78-85, 7-point lead. Take it away, Lewis.
All right, Tim Hardaway Jr. penetrates, gives the ball to Finney Smith. Finney Smith loses the handle, and looks like there's going to be a foul on JaMychal Green. Finney Smith is trying to say he went up for the shot, so he should be at the free throw line. I don't think they're going to give it to him, but the foul is on JaMychal Green. 85-78 is the score. 2:19 left in the third quarter. All right, so Trey Burke.
Toby Barlett, what's up, my man?
Shout out to Toby. Appreciate you. Luka Doncic goes for the step back three, and that's just a foolish foul by Reggie Jackson. Luka Doncic goes for the three-point shot. Bobby Schmurder, man. Come on, man. Got to keep your head up, bro. Instead, he fouls Luka Doncic. That's just a smart play by Luka. And now he'll get three free throws.
Luka Doncic is perfect from the line right now, guys.
Luka's first. Good. 85-79. 6-point game. 2:12 remaining. And again, guys, welcome to the Western Conference quarterfinals with Lewis and D. Game 1 between Dallas and the LA Clippers. What is with that virtual stuff, man? But he misses his first free throw. Shout out to D for the jinx. As he said, he was perfect. So it was a miss. 85-79 is the score with 2:12 remaining.
That was his second. He hit the first one. That was his second.
Yeah, second free throw is what I meant to say. All right, here's his third free throw. Knocks down 2 out of 3. 85-80 is the score.
Montrezl Harrell inbounds it to Lou Williams, who's bringing the ball up, being guarded by Trey Burke. Gets a switch with Finney Smith, goes right back to Trey Burke. Harrell sets the screen. Lou Will shoots a three. And he misses the back iron of the rim. Rebounds to Luka Doncic. Luka Doncic takes it all the way, gets doubled, gives it to Finney Smith, and then gives it to Trey Burke, being guarded by Lou Will. They give it back to Finney Smith. He dumps it into Boban. He's got a mismatch, turn around, and they didn't call a foul. Wow, that was a lot of contact. All right, so the Clippers get the ball back. Lou Will tries to go around the screen. Wow, good defense by Trey Burke. Okay, but then gets screened. Fakes it, gives the ball to Harrell. He's got a mismatch, goes in the paint. Nice play by Harrell, recognizing the mismatch on Seth Curry. He scores 87-80. Take it away, D.
Yeah, Seth Curry is way too small for Montrezl Harrell. And those long arms, too, not happening. Luka Doncic with the ball for Dallas Mavericks. Luka Doncic dribbles down into the lane and gets a whistle blown, tosses a high arcing rainbow that hits nothing. So another whistle blown. These referees, I tell you guys what, man, I think we have had at least 15 to 20 minutes extended on each of these games because they are heavy on the whistles. They're not light on these foul balls. I tell you what, Luka Doncic back at the line, both teams in the bonus. So Luka will try to bring this game down to 5, and he drains the first free throw. So Luka's only missed one free throw, and that was on that last series of attempts, guys. Right now, he's 13 from 14 from the line. Well, actually, 12 for 13 from the line. And Luka drains both. So back to a 5-point lead by the Toronto Raptors. 1 minute left in this quarter. Here comes Reggie Jackson with the ball. Reggie Jackson gets the ball over to Harold. Harold to JaMychal Green. And JaMychal Green nearly loses the ball, but Harold able to pick it up. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Montrezl Harrell with the ball. Montrezl Harrell short floater inside. Can't hit. Big Boban with the rebound. Dallas with a chance to bring this score down to 3 or 2. Luka Doncic with the ball at the top of the key. Got Kawhi Leonard on the defense. Kawhi Leonard. Luka around Boban's screen. Luka steps back. Luka drills the ball. Cross over the corner to Trey Burke. Trey Burke can't hit. Kawhi Leonard comes down with the ball. Kawhi Leonard pulls up for 3. Kawhi off the front of the rim. Gets his own rebound. Kicks it back out to Montrezl Harrell. Gives it right back to Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard back over to Montrezl Harrell. Montrezl Harrell with big Boban on it. Montrezl goes up with the left. Can't hit. Off the back of the rim. Shot clocked off. Luka Doncic with the ball. Here comes Luka. Thinks about a 3. Spins. Gives the ball to Seth. Steph Curry loses the ball. Nice defense by Kawhi. Half-court shot. Top of the backboard. Nothing doing. So the third quarter will end. I was halfway there. 5-point lead by the Clippers to end this third quarter. Wait for Dallas to hang in there and not allow the Clippers to extend that lead going into this fourth quarter. I still, guys, think that it's an uphill battle for this Dallas Mavericks team because, again, starting to see Luka and Kleber and Hardaway miss some of these shots. And as I say, it's a jump shot, guys. And they're running up and down the court. They're extending those legs for defensive efforts, and they're getting tired. And one of your main guys are out of the game right now. So it's an uphill battle. Let's see what the Dallas Mavericks can do here in this next quarter. We are on a commercial break right now.
That is right. Give the Mavericks a lot of credit for hanging in there. But they didn't shoot the 3 ball very well. But fortunately for them, the Clippers were not able to extend the lead in that third quarter after going up by as many as 8 in the third. So it's a 5-point game right now for them, 87-82. So, but like D said, I'm going to see how the fourth quarter is going to be because if the Mavericks can somehow, some way continue to hang in there, they may have a shot, even without Porzingis, but that's going to be if. If you're the Clippers, you want to take care of this now. But going back to what G Money was saying, the Mavericks are not a mid-range shooting team. So you have to force them into mid-range shots. Maybe Kleber, but then they'll extend them to the 3-point line, which is a good point that Jay made. And right now, the Mavericks, their legs are starting to get kind of tired when you look at Hardaway and Luka. Luka's doing a lot. He's got to defend. He has to pass, play make, and then he's also creating offense. So that's getting him a little bit tired. And also remember, he has 3 or 4 fouls. So then if he starts to get into foul trouble, then that's really going to hurt them now. And then Tim Hardaway and the rest of the guys are really starting to miss shots. So like D said, at some point, those legs start to get tired. And the Clippers did a better job. They did a better job closing out on their 3-point shooters, which is what we talked about at the half. At some point, they just get tired. That's why when I look at this Dallas Maverick team, as Ron said, the next step for Luka, and then also even for Porzingis, this is a lesson for him to understand his importance on being on the floor and not getting too emotional. And then with Luka Doncic, again, learning how to deal with playoff pressure and then learning on how defenses are going to play you in the postseason. So this is going to be the next step. Juanetta, Pat Bev, it has 5 fouls. Has not fouled out yet, but he has 5 fouls. The reason that Luka has 10 turnovers, and the problem is that Luka's doing so much, he's had to force everything with his passing, trying to penetrate. The defense is keying in on Luka. And remember, Luka, he has moments where he can get crafty and get around guys, but it's not to the point where once he faces a double team, they can stop his dribble. So that's why he ends up turning the ball over a lot. If he had Kyrie type handle, he'd be much harder to guard. That much harder. But anyway, we're getting started the fourth quarter. Look, Dallas has 19 turnovers, 10 by Luka. So Dallas gets the ball. Steph Curry comes off the screen, shoots a 3, but he airballs it. Right now, Jay's on point. Look how many threes the Mavericks are missing right now. And right now, Kawhi Leonard takes a break, and he's going to sit at the start of this fourth quarter. All right, so Reggie Jackson brings the ball up. 87-82 is the score start of the fourth quarter. Here's Montrezl Harrell. Gives the ball to Paul George, comes off the screen, shoots a 3-pointer. Oh, but it rattles in and out. Take it away, D.
All right, guys. So Montrezl Harrell with the ball at the top of the key. And here comes rebound by Boban. Sorry, I was a little bit behind you, Lewis. I just repeated what you said. But Trey Burke with the ball. Trey Burke will dribble down this Scott. Turn around jumper. Trey Burke can't hit. Reggie Jackson comes down with the rebound. Here comes Reggie Jackson. Reggie Jackson out on the wing. Got Steph Curry on the defense. Nice pass by Reggie Jackson inside the Montrezl Harrell. Little contact, no foul call there. Steph Curry comes down with the ball. Steph Curry out on the wing. Got Reggie on the defense. Gives the ball to Trey Burke. Trey Burke crosses up Zach Collins. And Boban with the ball. Boban grabbed on the arm by JaMychal Green, flicks the ball up with the right hand, those long arms, and gets the score. And I tell you what, man, when Lewis calls Trey Burke Allen Iverson 2.0, he kind of reminds you of him. The way he just reckless, the way he drives inside that lane, but he will score on you. He nearly scored there. So Boban misses, and Dallas gets the ball back, and Steph Curry shoots the 3, but he can't hit. So here comes the Clippers with the ball. Reggie Jackson at the top of the key dribbles around the Harrell screen, gets the ball back to JaMychal Green. JaMychal Green over to Shamet. Shamet with the ball. Gives it to Paul George. Paul George thinks about the step back jumper. Paul George with the acrobatic move inside to score. 89-84. Take it away, Lewis.
Here comes Reggie Jackson being guarded by Trey Burke, 89-86. Paul George gets the ball off the screen, being guarded by Tim Hardaway Jr. George takes the matchup, tries to size him up, gets switched with Steph Curry, then gives it to Shamet. Shamet open for 3, but he can't hit. Shamet's still not playing well, but hopefully he can get his game together. Here comes Trey Burke, gives it to Boban. Wow, look at the way Boban holds that ball. Gives it to Hardaway Jr., gets a clean look, shoots a 3-pointer, knocks it down, and guys, we're tied at 89. with 9:41 remaining
four.
in the quarter. Here comes Reggie Jackson. Puts the ball up, goes all the way to the rack, and Tim Hardaway ends up fouling him. But so far, the Clippers haven't really been able to separate themselves. Right now, they're in a tie game. There was a miscommunication right there. Paul George got switched onto Trey Burke, which caused Tim Hardaway Jr. to get that open look for three. So George has got to do it.
I was going to say, do notice that Doc Rivers pulled Kawhi off the floor. Montrezl Harrell inside for the dunk. I think he pulled Kawhi off the floor while Luke was resting.
That's an interesting move. It might be, if he comes back in, he will be on him probably for the rest of the game. Hardaway Jr. goes for three. He misses the shot. Oh, but Pat Bev slips on a wet spot and cannot handle the basketball. Yo, you were right from the jump, man. They got to do a better job cleaning those wet spots, man, because that just took away a Clippers possession right there. Not saying they were going to score, but he couldn't hold on to the ball.
And nearly injured Luka Doncic. You know, forget about a possession. If a player gets injured from that, that's crazy. So Seth Curry with the move inside, looking like Steph right there. Seth Curry ties the game back up, 91-91. Let's go. Take it away, Lewis.
Harrell with the ball. Gives it to Reggie Jackson. He gets blocked from behind by Seth Curry. And are they calling a foul? Are they trying to say if there's a – let's see.
I think that was Trey Burke.
Yeah, that was Trey Burke from behind on the block. Paul George wanted to go for that three. Hardaway made him in his tracks and said, no, you ain't going to shoot this. Going to bring that out. Paul George dribbles, gets all the way to the paint. Nice scoop layup inside, going to the middle by Paul George. 93-91 is the score. Clippers up 2. Tim Hardaway Jr. once again brings the ball up, gets a ball on screen, dribbles, decides to step back for three. That's not a good shot by Tim Hardaway Jr. He has a tendency to fall in love with those.
Wow.
Reggie goes behind the back, has to stop, gives it to Harrell, who then gives it to Paul George. Let's see if Paul George starts to take over the game with Kawhi on the bench. Pat Bev gets a three-pointer, but he shoots an air ball, and the Dallas Mavericks will get the ball back with 8:08 remaining in the fourth. And there's Kawhi Leonard. He comes in and checks in for Reggie Jackson. Bobby Shmurda will be dancing to his track on the bench. And then you guys can see the schedule for tomorrow's games. Bucks, Magic, Heat, Pacers, Thunders, Rockets, Blazers, Lakers. Lewis and D, 9 o'clock. Lakers, Blazers. Should be a very nice, fun matchup for that one. All right, so Luka Doncic is back in as well. Like D was talking about. Pass the ball to Tim Hardaway Jr. Comes off a ball bond screen. Hardaway shoots a mid-range shot, but can't hit. Nice tap by Pat Beverly right into the hands of Montrezl Harrell. Here comes Paul George, and wow, Seth Curry really kind of leveled him right there. And Paul George gets a jump shot, knocks it down, man. Good ball control by Paul George. Knocks it down 95-91. Take it away, D.
All right, so I guess I'm back over here with some more technical difficulties. I don't know what's going on. I'm going to have to figure this thing out. But it looked like there's a timeout called.
Games of Pacers, Thunders, Rockets.
Oh, wow. Sorry about that. But it looks like another timeout's being called here, guys. So, yeah, they got to do something, man. Maybe they need to get some more towel boys out there or something. Get some more masks going or something, man. But they got to keep those floors dry because, like I said, possession is one thing. You know, that could cost the team a game, but that could cause a serious injury, man.
Oh, yeah.
Serious injury could be caused by that. Alistair 49 in the building. What's up, Alistair?
Brandon Nichols said Juanetta Thomas, Porzingis was ejected with 2 techs. Yeah, the first tech on the Paul George block and then the other one on that little skirmish he had with Marcus Morris. Jay says, who's the floor personnel? Disney World Janitorial? I mean, I guess so because I got to do a better job of cleaning that floor. Dream Money says PG is being aggressive. Absolutely. And you got to be when Kawhi Leonard's not on the floor. I mean, with or without, you should always try to be aggressive, but also to make sure not to try to take away from what the team is trying to do on the floor. But yeah, Dallas is still trying, Ron. Yeah, they're trying. Don't know how long they could keep it up. But to me, it's really going to depend more so on the Clippers, I think, than Dallas, because Dallas, you could clearly tell that they're trying, but they're kind of tired, and you could kind of see it already. Like Jay said, I feel like that they kind of peaked. It's just that the Clippers really haven't been able to really put them away. So now you find yourselves in a tight game right now. But give them credit for fighting hard, though, without Porzingis.
Yo, yeah, it's I don't know, man. I was listening to you, Lewis, but I'm over here still working on my microphone. Like they can hear you, they can hear me, but they can't hear you. That happened again. I don't know why that keeps happening.
Not sure.
That's kind of strange. It just happened tonight, though. This is the first time that's happened. That's never happened before.
Wonder what's going on. Maybe, I don't know. Whatever the case may be, hopefully it's able to pass on by without too much problem. I don't know why it's happening.
You can hear me fine, though, right?
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
So strange. Like, I never had this problem before. I don't know why it's happening tonight.
Okay, G Money says the Mavs still have a shot, but they need to value possessions and attack the goal. The game may come down to the wire, so we will see if Dallas can execute. Mavs have 19 losses of 5 points or less. That's going to be the issue, close games. All right, so we're back. Luka Doncic dribbles the ball, kicks it out to Kleber. Luka Doncic gets the ball back, being guarded by Marcus Morris. Takes it, kicks it out to Seth Curry, wide open for three. He drains it. Okay. We got a 1 point game, 95-94. Clippers lead by 1. Kawhi Leonard brings the ball up, crosses over on a JaMychal Green screen, gets into the paint. Nice spin by Kawhi Leonard. Beautiful textbook fundamental move right there with the left hand. Nice play. 97-94 is the score.
97-94. I gotta. Boy, tonight is just not my night, man. I'm having technical difficulties. Mike is messed up. They're going behind my partner on the game. What's going on tonight, man?
Man, Luka Doncic gets fouled on the way to the rim, so he'll shoot 2 free throws. I think the foul was on Paul George. 97-94 is the score. 6:48 remaining in the game. Western Conference quarterfinals game 1. Knocks down the first free throw, 97-95.
Shout out to the Mavericks, man. They hanging in there. They lost their big man. Lost Dwight Powell early in the season. Shout out to the Mavericks, man. Luka Doncic drains both free throws to bring this to a 1 point game. Back within 1 on the Dallas Mavericks. 6 minutes, 43 seconds left in this game. Paul George with the ball. Gives it to Morris. Morris over to JaMychal Green. JaMychal Green gets it to Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard inside. Dumps it off for the layup. 99-96 3-point game. Clippers on top. Here comes Luka Doncic. Luka dribbles right down there. Football hold on the ball and gets the easy layup. Luka Doncic brings it back down to 198-99. Let's go. I need 15 points by each of you guys. Let's go. Here comes Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi kicks the ball back out to Morris. Morris gives it to Paul George. Paul George tries to get it to Michael Green, but nice hand by Seth Curry to get the ball out of bounds. 5 seconds on the shot clock for the Clippers.
Hey, but this is good for the Clippers, man, because you don't want it. You don't want it easy. This is going to make them a better team, even though you would say, why aren't they, pulling away from Dallas? You're going to need these kind of things because it'll teach you how to be in these kind of situations later down the line. So people can say, oh, they should be blowing this team out, but give Dallas credit. They're fighting. All right, Marcus Morris, the ball is short. They missed a 3. All right, here comes Luka Doncic. Has a chance to give the Mavericks the lead. All right, gets a screen from Seth Curry. He gets one-on-one action with Marcus Morris Sr. Decides to take a three-pointer, but he can't hit the shot. Offensive rebound by Trey Burke. Big offensive rebound. Kleber wanted to go for that 3. Can't get it done. Here comes Finney Smith. He shoots a 3, but he can't hit. Dallas shot those shots like they were praying for it to go in. Marcus Morris almost traveled. He got lucky there. All right, gives the ball to Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard fakes, dribbles, nice pass inside to Beverly, and he scores a big basket, much-needed basket to put the Clippers back up by 3. 101-98 is the score. Big play by Kawhi Leonard. All right, so here comes Luka Doncic. Gives the ball to Trey Burke. Trey Burke all the way for the layup, misses the shot. Rebound, Marcus Morris. Gives the ball to Paul George, decides to pull up in transition for 3. I would say that's not a good shot, but Pat Bev gets the offensive rebound, gives it to George. He pump fakes, has to kick it out to Pat Bev. Bev once again dumps it to Paul George, and what do we have? Looks like we have a timeout.
Well, I want to tell you something, man. Patrick Beverly, they got to be glad that they got this guy back because Patrick Beverly, man, his hustle. Did you see those last 2 plays?
Yeah.
That hustle means everything, man. You got a guy, what is he, 6'3", snatching all those rebounds, and that was just purely hustle getting to those balls like that.
I tell you, man, if Pat Beverly was not in this game, I don't think the Clippers will be getting second shot opportunities like that, which tells you how important he is, even at his size, because he will fight for those rebounds like Dee mentioned. So he gives you that hustle, that you need. So in a tight game like this, where Dallas leads the league in most losses, this is big. So this is big that he's been able to fight. So that last play just exemplifies what Pat Bev brings to a basketball team, and that's sheer hustle. Shows determination as well. And even with 5 fouls, he's still got Yeah. Hope everything's okay with D over there.
Yeah.
Jay says the Clippers play to their opposition, play down to the opposition. Oh yeah. Yeah, they do it too much. Like I said, they're complacent. They can get pretty lazy. Sometimes I don't like. There's times where I just don't like it. Pretty much. You want to develop good habits. Ron says Patrick Beverly gives the Clippers that extra toughness. Oh yeah. Clips need to learn to put their opponents away, or it's going to cost them. Pat Bev has brought toughness to this team. I concur. All agreeable points.
Yep. I guess I'm gonna just have to keep switching the mic back and forth until I figure this thing out. I'll figure it out after it's all said and done.
It's weird because you said you weren't having this issue all day. I don't know why. For some reason, I don't know. I guess they don't. I guess they don't. Somebody's trying to stop our tag team or something, man. From this commentary, it must be too much fire that they decided to cut mics off or something.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't care, man. They're not gonna stop this from happening. Intangible in the building. What's good, Intangible? He said, "Hello, we got a game game tonight." Yes, sir.
So there are the virtual Mavs fans. And I'm guessing those are the virtual Clippers fans. I could tell just by the jerseys. But yeah, those are. So there's Luka Doncic. Had to sit for a minute. He is up. You can still see he's noticeably limping. He's got 34 points, 5 rebounds, 8 assists. But 10
I do
turnovers.
too, intentional.
That's something that he must improve on in game 2, is those turnovers. Game 2 on Wednesday. All right, so the ball is inbounded to Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard takes a three-pointer and, wow, misses it hard. And look at Patrick Beverley once again with the offensive rebound. Gives the ball to Marcus Morris Sr. Those are 2 big offensive rebounds right there by Pat Bev. Clippers, Kawhi Leonard takes a tough shot. And, ooh, Kawhi Leonard knocking it down like a superstar. 103-98. Take it away, D.
All right. Luka Doncic with the ball at the top of the key. Here comes Luka Doncic. Kicks the ball back out to Cleveland. Cleveland can't hit. And Paul George comes down with the rebound. Almost loses the ball, but Paul George gets it back. Kicks it ahead to Patrick Beverley. Patrick Beverley to Morris. Morris back over to Beverley. And Kawhi Leonard has the ball. Kawhi Leonard step back three-pointer. Can't hit. Luka Doncic comes down with the ball. And Kawhi Leonard gets in the middle of that pass. Almost loses it. Kawhi Leonard saves it from going out of bounds. Patrick Beverley with the ball. Pulls up for a three. And in and out. But Paul George almost gets that rebound. Luka Doncic comes down with the ball and heaves one up. I'm not sure what happened. It must have been a loose ball foul. Luka Doncic just decided to heat it up. Crazy, crazy effort by Kawhi Leonard to save that basketball, man.
Yep. The Clippers don't have a single three made in this fourth quarter, but they still hold a 5-point lead. So I think they're just gonna have to get stops, and if they don't hit their threes, continue to attack the basket and hit some mid-range shots. Keep the ball moving. Oh, looks like Trey Burke is also limping a little bit. Oh, that's not good. All right, Luka Doncic has got the ball, takes it all the way to the basket. Nice late pass right there to Finney Smith for the layup. Good feed by him. 103-100. Doc Rivers said, I had enough of this. I'm going to take a timeout, but that's not good. Trey Burke is also limping too. And go figure, he's wearing Allen Iverson's Reebok Questions, one of the all-time classic shoes right there. That's a great shoe.
No, I'm going to tell you something, man. This is unfortunate for the Dallas Mavericks if Trey Burke gets hurt because, look, this guy's been playing lights out. He's been playing lights out, Trey Burke, and they cannot afford to lose this kid, man. Like, Lewis calls him Allen Iverson 2.0, but the funny thing is Trey Burke's been actually playing that way. He has.
Well, the reason I say he plays that way is because he resembles he does do his play style like Allen Iverson. So if you watch the way he plays, you would think Allen Iverson is back out on the court in 2020, but it's just Trey Burke because Allen Iverson is his idol. He's patterned that wasn't Trey Burke before, but he's really patterned his game after him now. Now that he's been with the Knicks and now with the Mavericks, obviously. It looks like he got he might have bumped knees. Looks like he might have bumped knees or probably got hit in the thigh when he got screened there by Paul George.
You know what else that show you too, Lewis? That if Allen Iverson was playing in today's game, he would still have success. That's what Trey Burke shows you.
Yeah.
All right, take it away, Lewis.
103-100. Paul George gets the rock. Good extra pass to Pat Beverley. Wide open for three, and Pat Beverley knocks down a big-time three. Gives Clippers a 6-point lead, 106-100. Clippers' first three in the quarter, and it couldn't have come at a better time. Here comes Luka Doncic. Luka Doncic dribbles, gets into the paint, scores on the layup. He scores, and I know Pat Bev cannot play aggressive or else he'll foul out. So looks like he's limping a little bit too. Oh, that's right. He still has the calf problem. All right, so Lou Will had to stop his dribble, has to give it to Pat Bev, gives it back to Lou Will. Lou Will crosses over, goes all the way to the basket. Wow, misses the layup way too strong on a wide open layup. Here come the Mavericks. Crossover by Tim Hardaway Jr. Out of control, loses the rock. Lou Will gets into the paint.
Williams, another layup.
All right, so here comes Seth Curry. Pulls up for three, but he can't hit the shot. Almost an offensive rebound by Kleber, but it was tapped. And good awareness by Kawhi Leonard to pick the ball back up. Take it away, D. Under 2 minutes remaining.
All right. Oh, so clean shot. Marquis Morris with a big bucket for the Clippers. 109, 102. Here comes Luka Doncic. Under 2 minutes left in this game, guys. That was a big bucket by Morris. Luka Doncic with the ball. Luka dribbles down inside, steps back. Luka double pumps, hits the layup. 104, 109. 5-point lead by the Clippers. So Lou Williams wisely slowing the ball down, directing traffic at the top of the key. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Here comes Lou Will out on the wing, dribbles around Luka Doncic, and Luka has to grab Lou Will. Quick move by Lou Will. He got right around Luka Doncic. And let me tell you something, guys. Luka's legs are hurting right now. He couldn't do nothing with that fast move by Lou Will. He had no choice but to grab him. Luka's bent over now. Looks like he's going to the sideline.
Tremendous effort by Luka today. 38 points, 9 assists, 6 rebounds, with those 11 turnovers. Lou Will knocks down the free throw. 110.
I was just going to say, how about the 2 turnovers? The 2 missed layups, by Lou Will. That is very uncommon. I usually see Lou Will miss back-to-back layups like that.
The first one was obvious. That one he should have made. The second one was a little bit harder because he banked the shot off the glass at a hard angle. But that first one he clearly should have made, though, because he was wide open. He just shot it too strong. Tried to finish it strong. Luka puts the ball between his legs, shoots the floater, can't hit. We got a save. Oh, it saves it right into the hands of Finney Smith, and he scores. So tough play by the Clippers right there. They gave up 2 points, 111, 106. 5-point game. Kawhi Leonard with the start, almost traveled. Gives it to Paul George. You want to run clock here, 12 on the shot clock. See if the Clippers can score in this possession. Here comes Paul George. Is he going to settle for the 3? Dribbles. He does settle for the 3. Oh, Paul George with the dagger. Gives the Clippers an 8-point lead. 114, 42.6 seconds. So, for those who question Paul George, it's only been one game, but he just hit a big shot that gave them an 8-point lead right there. Might have sealed the game for the Clippers in game 1. So the score is 114 to 106 in favor of the Los Angeles Clippers with 42.6 seconds remaining at a Dallas Maverick timeout.
Man, that shot right there with Paul George, bro, that was massive. Massive shot.
But let's also talk about those offensive rebounds by Patrick Beverley, and then his 3 to push it up 6, and then Marcus Morris's 3 to push it up 7, and then you got Paul George's 3 to push it up by 8. So 3 big threes when the Clippers didn't even hit a single 3 to start for most of this fourth quarter, but they got timely baskets when they needed it. So this is going to be huge for their confidence. And if the Mavericks were to lose, let's say they lose by 5, this would be their 20th game, if you include the 19 games of the regular season, that they would have lost a close game, despite the fact that they lost Kristaps Porzingis.
Come on, guys. 3-pointers. I need 3-pointers.
So what was it? Luka quickly gets fouled, and that's what you don't want to do if you're the Clippers. Foul, stop the clock, and then they take points off the boards. You don't want that.
I need 11 points, Lewis. 11 points between the two teams. It could happen.
11 points? Oh, man.
Yeah.
Oh, you're at 220. Oh, wow. 11 points will put on the top. Well, there's Luka. Okay, now you need 9. And Lou Will's got to burn a timeout because he couldn't find anybody. Or should I say that was Reggie Jackson?
I think Doc called it.
Oh, no. I was talking about who was inbounding the ball. But, yeah, Doc called the timeout. Luka's
hurting, man. Luka's hurting bad. You can tell by the way he's walking.
Let's see how Trey Burke is going to be. But I know that Luka is definitely hurting really bad, as D mentioned. Yeah, Luka's got 40. But like I said before, I just feel like the Clippers, this was good because I felt like a team like the Mavericks was kind of tailor-made for them. Yeah, see, that West spot. See, he's holding right by.
You know what's scary, bro, is that's by that Achilles. We done seen too many Achilles injuries. You know what I'm saying? That's just terrible.
I was trying to focus because I could tell that he was kind of holding that back. I'm just hoping that he might not have like a maybe slight Achilles injury because he was holding right in that little area right there. And usually when you're holding back there, you almost can't even feel that Achilles because you really can't put weight on it. So give him credit for the effort. The ball was inbounded to Pat Bev, and he draws the foul. 35.7 seconds remaining. He'll go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. So he had a 114-108 game with 35.7 seconds remaining. Pat Bev from Chi-Town, Chicago, first free throw. Oh, he misses the free throw. So.
Come on, Billy. You got to drain that, damn it.
Shout out to Marcus Morris, man. Came through big time. 19 points. 19 points. That's way to help Paul George and Kawhi Leonard. Here's the second free throw. Man, he missed them both. Wow.
Oh, my gosh, dog. Are you kidding me right now?
All right, Luka takes it all the way to the rack. It's a 4-point game. Luka's got 42 points in his first ever playoff game.
Everybody getting season highs.
All right, and so Kawhi Leonard gets fouled. Well, see, now you know at the end of games, foul Patrick Beverly because he ain't going to get it done. Well, I can't say that. He just missed 2 free throws, but probably there's other times where he's made some. But just in that instance, he missed those free throws. All right, so Kawhi Leonard's going to be at the free throw line to shoot 2. I don't think he's picking up his heel when he walks. When Luka's walking. Here's Kawhi. Free throw. Oh,
I got a sneaky suspicion he's going to be sitting out. Luka Doncic is going to be sitting out in the next game, man, because what I'm seeing right now from him don't look good. It looks like he's doing everything he can just to stay on the court.
Yeah, Kawhi Leonard with a good game, 26 points, 11 of 21 from the field. He's got 11 rebounds and 6 assists. Knocks down, 27 now. Knocks down both free throws, 116, 110. Luka taking a step back. Wow, I can't even lift off that foot. Gives off to Finney Smith. Kleber shoots a three-pointer. Can't hit. Rebound Kawhi Leonard. And ladies and gentlemen, that should do it.
Damn it.
Kawhi Leonard gets fouled with 8.3 remaining, and all he's got to do is knock down these free throws, and the Clippers will have won this game. The 11 turnovers hurt, but 40 points in his first playoff game is pretty good. Oh, yeah, no, absolutely. He was impactful, tried to keep his team in the game, so Luka deserves a lot of credit for playing as tough as he did. You know, it looks like it might be a heel injury. That's what it might be. Hopefully not Achilles, but I think it might be a heel injury that he's suffering from, which Porzingis is suffering from too. But he actually looked pretty good out there. So Luka might not play the next game. So D brings up a very poignant point because he looks like he's hurting pretty bad. And is trying to do everything he can to just try to play through it. Shows you his toughness, but Kawhi Leonard has 29 points, 118, 110, 8.3 remaining. Timeout, Dallas Mavericks. So it looks like this is probably the last timeout for them to use. After that, wait, didn't Bev laugh at Dame for missing 2 free throws and then he misses 2 himself? Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Now imagine if that was like a 1-point game or something. That would really been bad.
Don't they get to advance the ball? Was that
Yes.
a 20?
Yeah, because they called the timeout, and it was because you can advance the ball as long as you don't put the ball on the floor. If you put the ball on the floor and start to dribble, you can't advance it. So they didn't do that, which was good. So they can advance it. Okay,
I'll
George.
tell you this. I need Luka to step back and drain a 3 just for the hell of it.
Kawhi, 29 points. Paul George with 27, and Marcus Morris with 19. So they gave you that third guy. So between the 3 of them, you had 75 points for those 3 starters. 75 of the team's 110 points. 118 points. Something tells me Luka's probably not going to play next game.
Come on, Luka. We needed the miracle. Oh, they got Kawhi Leonard on them. Son of a bitch.
All you need is 3. Come on, man. Get that 231 spread. Tim Hardaway, is he going to get it? Oh, no. That is it.
Dirty son of a gun. He didn't do it. You mother trucker. Well, it was fun while it lasted.
that's a Luka giving pounds to the referees. That's a first. I ain't never seen that.
Missed it by 2 intangible. That's pretty good. He said he think the Clippers take it at 6, so they took it at 8 by 8 points. So good guess there, intangible. 2 points off. That's pretty good. I was just 2 points off of the damn totals. Ain't this something, man? That total screwed my tickets. The totals. It did. Because I had some tickets and I put the overs on there. But my tickets are only $1 a piece, so yeah. But Gun Rights and I won with the tickets on the show. Oh, and speaking of which, since the game is over, go ahead and drop the score on them, Lewis, a recap of that score right quick. I'll go over my predictions for the day.
All right, man. So the score is 118 to 110. Clippers win by 8. Big plays in the second half by Pat Bev. Marcus Morris Sr. came alive in that fourth quarter. And then also Paul George pretty much put the dagger that pretty much sealed that game for the Clippers. So did Kawhi Leonard. He also played well in the fourth. But the offensive rebounding by Pat Bev and then the 3 threes the Clippers hit were very huge for them to be able to give them separation when it looked like Dallas was probably going to have a chance to tie the game and take the lead. So just big plays all around by the Clippers late in the game. Good poise by them, and they were able to get the job done. So congratulations to the Clippers on the first game. They go up 1-0 in this game, 118-110. And credit to the Mavericks. They fought hard. They were able to stay in for most of this game. Losing Porzingis was big. So that loss was big not to have at the end of the game. But then Luka Doncic, credit to him for the 42 points. I know he had 11 turnovers, but did everything he could to keep his team in the game. So to get 42 in your first playoff game, even though it's in a weird way, not the typical, playoff game where you're playing in another person's gym. Well, they are, but just the other team is not neither. But I think he's going to be okay. That's what that showed me. But this is all a learning curve for Luka Doncic and Porzingis too.
Sure. Yeah, well, I tell you like this, man. 3 more points. That's all I needed, guys. What the hell? All right, so today's prediction, guys. I had the Nuggets. I said I would go with the Nuggets on the money line, but it would have been cool because they covered the spread by far. It was a great game. They went over on the points, way over 215 on the points. So The Nuggets won that game, and we did pick the Nuggets to win in that game. I said I got the Raptors. But I did say go under on the Raptors. Well, they broke over on that game. They went way over. But the Raptors did win the game. So we hit right on that pick as well, but we didn't get the over and under on that one, guys. So I did miss on that one. I believe on the next one too. So it was the Boston Celtics versus the 76ers. And yeah, that one was 218.5. So of course we did pick Boston to win that game. But I think I was off on the points on that one. So, what was the score on that game, Lewis? Do you remember the Boston game?
The Boston game, I think, was 107-101.
Yeah, I think so. Let me check right quick. Boston Celtics. Yeah, 109-101.
Oh, so
Yeah.
they won by 8. Okay.
Yeah, they won by 8, but the total was 210 on that game, and I thought that it would go over. So I kind of tanked on that. I did pick the right winner, but we lost on the overs on that game. And then the Clippers versus the Mavs, which we just watched, and y'all heard me crying at the end because I felt solid that they would go over 230, but they just missed it. But we did pick the Clippers to win. And we also picked the Clippers on the spread. And, so you could have still won some money there depending on how those guys bet. I told them that I did feel the Clippers would cover that spread of 6 points, and they did cover that because they won by 8. So we won there. And then we also picked the right winner. So we had a pretty good day, guys. We did pick all of the right winners, which is important because some people just bet these guys on the money line, you know what I mean? And if they was listening to Speak Your Mind Sports Talk, then we were 100% right on the winners, but we did miss on some of those other bets. But still, you can make some money and have some fun. Just bet low like DJ. So when you lose your tickets, you only lose $4. That's all I lost today, $4.
Not bad, not bad.
Yeah. It's pretty fun, man. You just play parlays, and if all of your predictions pretty much come right, they're hard to hit, but you don't really gamble a lot of money. And I do it so that I can follow along with the guys on the channel, and I can put up some money with them. But the funny thing is that those 4 tickets, I only spent $4, but if they'd have cashed in, they were all worth over like 200 and something bucks. One ticket for $1 was 41. One of them was $121. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So it's pretty fun. It's pretty fun.
All right, Winetta says Clippers Nation. Ron says D trying to convince me to place a bet. Hey, man. If you listen to D, man, I'm telling you, he'll convince you probably enough to do it. I mean, at the end of the day, it's up to you, though. Possible, but time will tell. Jay, Mavs really fought tonight and had chances. They just had some opportunities, but now the thing is, though, that injury to Luka Doncic to me is going to be an issue because if he doesn't play the next game and Porzingis is back, though, now the Clippers can focus in on Porzingis now. And Porzingis is a beneficiary without, I should say, when Luka's on the floor because he's going to get attention. Now the attention is going to be on KP. And when he was with the Knicks, we all know, obviously this is a different Porzingis now than he was with the Knicks, but it's not as easy as being the number one guy when the attention is just on you. And Luka's game is a lot different than KP's game. So interested to see how game 2 plays out on Wednesday.
Yeah, I agree. I agree totally.
G-Money's got the Bucks, Heat, Thunder, and Lakers for tomorrow. I guess he's already got his parlays in for tomorrow for the predictions. Yeah, Marcus Morris was huge. Made big plays. Yep. Like I said, but Pat Bev with the offensive rebounding, he had 5 fouls and was still able to play with the 5 fouls and got huge rebounds in that fourth quarter. Made the biggest shot of the game, in my opinion, to put them up 6 when they were just up by 3 after that offensive rebound. So it just shows you what Pat Bev brings to your team. Not just the toughness, man, but those key rebounds. And then that timely three that he gave to give the Clippers some breathing room. And like I said, this is going to help the Clippers because they're going to be able to learn what it is to be in close games in the playoffs. And then on top of that, it's like I feel like the Clippers are going to put the foot on the gas pedal in game 2, I think. Even though the Mavs could take some positives going into the next game. But I feel like that Luka Doncic injury to me, if the Clippers are smart, they go after him in game 2 to test how good can he really move, if he's really mobile, to go in game 2. So we'll see, but that's what I would do if I'm the Clippers. Yeah, good point, Winetta, because now that the Clippers have seen kind of like what the Mavericks kind of do, they pretty much played them here on out. And like Jay said, the peak for the Mavericks was 12 threes in that first half. They only hit 3 in the second, 1 in the third, 2 in the fourth. The Clippers had none at that point, but the Mavs could not find any type of separation. And the Clippers got 3 big threes at the right time, and that's how they were able to pretty much win this game. Yeah, Luka did a better job of attacking the rim. But now what's going to happen is the Clippers are going to force him to drive. It's going to be on different areas of the floor, but we'll see what happens.
And John Jones vacated the title.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy. All right, guys. This was a wonderful stream. Salute to everybody who was here. We had a very good game. Awesome to you guys as always, man. So we'll be back for Lakers and Blazers tomorrow. Damian Lillard versus LeBron James. So this ought to be very interesting. We got the Mellow Man in there too, and AD. So we're going to see what that's like. But I'm pretty sure it's going to be lit up in there as well. So, guys, keep up the great work. Continue to like the video. Subscribe to both channels. And make sure you guys are always sharing on social media. So from D the Godfather Jefferson to Lewis Sports Network, as Ryan always says, we chat together, stream together, family for life. Like I always tell y'all, bless up, live, laugh, love. Till next time, which is tomorrow. And once again, you already know the deal, man. Like, share, subscribe, and I'm gone.
Mets have scored 6 runs with 2 away. Piazza rips it. Will it stay fair? Goodbye, home run! Mike Piazza! A 3-run homer! 11 days!
Back to throw. He's going to roll right. Manning's going to run. He cuts back at the 1 time for the goal line. Touchdown, Eli Manning.
On 2nd and 4. Manning takes off. He's inside the 5 to the end zone. He's done. Touchdown. 1-on-2 behind the back. Splits through. Oh, what a pass to Anderson. Hardaway. Oh, beautiful dish. Grant with the jam.
The elevation now. Michael's had 2 shots blocked tonight. Penny Hardaway goes up, makes the move. He sees Horace coming. Here it is.